Child, this is it. This is it. This is it today. One more live in the studio. It's closed. How are we doing, Star Family? How are we doing? Hey, how are we doing? Thank you all for adjusting with me so that I could be here later. I know you guys were anticipating this at 12, so was I, but right before 12, had a very important meeting, so could not get to you guys in time, had to push it back. Thank you all for still joining me on this journey, through this journey of discovery. Hey, I'm finding you, I'm finding me. How are we doing? This is it. TGIF for sure. TGIF for sure. Guys, make sure you join me tonight after Love After Lockup, because that is officially going to be my last live in this studio. So we're going to have some fun with that one. Oh, thank you. As you know, I'm still doing my my aloe vera and avocado oil hair mask. It's almost dry, but I don't want to take it out until it's like there, right? So when I feel like it's fully dry, I'm going to stretch it, and then curls will be booming. Because cars ride by with the booming system. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Hey, Angela, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm about to lose control. What's that? Is that the Pointer Sisters? That's the Pointer Sisters. Or Sister Sledge. What's the Pointer Sisters? I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. That's the Pointer Sisters. Pointers. Pointers. Hey, Bianca. So looking forward to your review. I've had such a long work week. Oh, well, we're going to have a good time. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth your while, Bianca. Yes, Denard, it's a new season. Hey, it's a new day. Fresh anointing. It's flowing my way. It's a season of what? It's a season of power and prosperity. It's a new season coming to me. Shout out to Martha Menizzi and Israel Holton, also known as Israel Bilon. Hey, Melissa. Melissa said, I don't think Shaina likes Shane at all. Really? She could not stand that he chose Natalie over her. Oh, so you think she's just petty? You think that she is just petty? I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, Stay Tuned Reviews. Stay Tuned Reviews said, no, I couldn't go on the show and be crying over a chick I've only known for a few days like Jared. Something is going on, right? They must be in a place where there's like no TV. I remember I think it was episode 7, when they all go back home, they say that they give them back their phones. So I think it's just the people, the cast is just held together, and it's very intense. Can you imagine, like, no phone, you can't call out, you don't know what's going outside in the rest of the world, probably no TV, and it's just you and these people that you're spending time together outside of the pods and inside of the pods. So that might be why the connections grow so strong. Because I just don't think that everybody is faking it. Especially with Mallory and Jared, they had a moment. So some people go deep, as we've seen with Lauren and Cameron, who have become like the Barack and Michelle Obama of this franchise, because my God, today, nobody's touching that couple. They were a freaking unicorn. I don't think we'll go back to that. I don't think we will get something as beautiful as Lauren and Cameron for a very long time, especially now with this show being so popular. You know, you always get, people coming on the show scamming for attention. Hello, Shake and Shane, because listen, they're here for the cameras. They're here for the cameras. Hey, Yolande. Yolande said, yeah, I would not be able to do this show at all. I remember once I almost got called to do Wipeout. That is my favorite show. And I had to take a step back and say, I can't go. Let me tell you something. Wipeout is one of my favorite shows, but baby, we are laughing at you. We are laughing at you. We have to tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. We are laughing at you on that show. Like a grown adult just flopping on TV, covered in like chocolate syrup and just knocking the wind out of themselves. I'm sorry. It's a bit hilarious. It's a bit hilarious. Hold on. Sorry, the family group chat is going up. Today has been a busy day for us. A very busy and prosperous day. God is good. God is good. On to bigger and better things. I'm telling you, when one door closes, 15,000 open. Hmm. Oh, I haven't watched the finale yet, Adriana. I'm not going to be. This is the reason why I'm doing 6 and 7 today, and I'll be doing the rest next week. I haven't watched the finale. I won't be able to because of you guys know what I'm doing. So I won't have any time to do anything aside from move, pack, and sleep until next week. So I'm just not going to watch anything because I want it to be fresh when I review it. So please, no spoilers. Please, no spoilers. Really? How about Japan? Oh, Melissa says Japan is different and interesting. Okay. Hey, Denard. Hey, Irene. Hey, Naomi. So glad you're here, Naomi. Thank you, Miss Gigi. Hey, Mariam. Hey, Aza. Hi. Oh, Kyra said, Nikki, I can't wait for you to watch Love is Blind Japan. The women were not playing. Ooh, can't wait to get into that. So that will all be next week. I won't have any downtime until next week, just being completely honest with you guys. Hey, B. Phillips. B. Phillips said, catching this live at work. Okay. I'm so glad we're not busy. I got to laugh with my girl, Nikki. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Carol. Oh, y'all know I'm working on my bookcase that I'm going to have to, as soon as I get up here, oh no, I got to leave it for, oh, child. Got to put all this stuff up. Tony said, hey, Star fam, don't forget to show Nikki some love by smashing the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Tony. Listen, shout out to Tony. Shout out to my beautiful moderators. Shout out to the Star family. You guys have been showing me so much love on my Love is Blind recaps. Thank you so much. I was checking like my analytics today and I was like, oh, the Star family is sharing. Okay, family. Thank you so much. Truly a blessing and not a surprise, but I was just like, oh, okay. Thank you guys. Hey, Janae Jennings said, hey, yes, Nikki, about to get me through this Stairmaster. Yes, I've been there. Let me tell you something. I was way back in the day. I was able to do the Stairmaster. Like I worked up. I would start doing the Stairmaster for like a minute, like 60 seconds. And then I would get on for like 3 minutes. Like when I built up my endurance, and then I would do like 5 minutes, then 10, then 15, then 20. When I got to 30, you couldn't tell me nothing. You could not tell me nothing. And I'm telling you, the way I dropped weight was it like, I hate to talk about weight on here, you know, because there are these YouTubers be in the streets feeding you guys lies and telling you all kinds of crap. Don't believe any of these weight people, especially the people are just like, I lost 60 pounds in 6 weeks. Girl, that's an eating disorder. Let me stop. I was watching this one girl because I was just like, there's no way. There's no way you did this a healthy way. And I watched through her whole video. And then at the end, she told people what she was doing. And she was just drinking water. That's it. And she was like, if I felt faint, I would have a banana. I was like, this is an eating disorder. Talk to your nutritionist, talk to your doctor before you do anything. That's why I paused when I said that I lost weight, because I'm like, I don't want, but we're all adults here. Anyway, when I got on that Stairmaster, my legs were sickening. I did the Stairmaster for like 6 months, and then I messed up my ankle and I couldn't do it. But baby, when I was on it, powerful. I felt so powerful because I'm doing a Stairmaster for like 30 minutes. Body is getting ripped. Legs are like cacao, cacao. And you just feel so powerful when you're on it. So, Janae, I hope I can get you through it. I hope I can get you through it. Marlene, thank you so much for the super chat. Marlene said, Nikki, the pandemic, inflation, energy prices, and war. If only you had to just take one for the team. Did I tell you that I saw the girl that they ended up doing a commercial like a year later after the pandemic? So I saw the casting for that and I was just like, hell no. Not applying. I don't know if it was the same casting company or whatever, but anyway, I saw the girl that they went with, and they went with somebody who was like ambiguous, right? An ambiguous woman, and I was like, this was smart. This was smart because having me singing about cotton, absolutely not. I apologize, everybody. If this is my fault, I apologize, but there was no way. Can you imagine me in a jumpsuit in a cotton field? The touch, the feel of cotton, the fabric of our lives. My ancestors would be weeping, weeping. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Star Family. Thank you, Marlene. I'm sorry. Yes, Black Lavender. Black Lavender says subscribe, 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 subscribe. We try to get to 10 million subscribers by Saturday. Let's do it. God can do all things but fail. I like Amber and Barnett. The thing about it is there are no Lauren and Cameron, right? Because Lauren and Cameron, we were so sure about that couple. Amber and Barnett, listen. Anytime anybody talks about Amber and Barnett, the first thing is, oh my God, they're still together. You know what I mean? Like nobody thinks that they're still together. And every time there's a picture of them, you're like, oh wow. Wow. Okay. Good for them. With Lauren and Cameron, it's like, oh my God. You go to their Instagram and you're on their Instagram like all day just looking. Oh, look at them. Oh my God, so cute. Oh, the kids are going to be stunning. Oh my God. Just keep on swiping. That's what you do with Lauren and Cameron. They put this show on the map. I love Nick and oh child. People of color, Jessica. But I think that Lauren and Cameron should be the host of this show. Like, why not have two people who went through this process, found love, were extremely successful in what this process was supposed to be, have them host it and, lead the people on. I think that, not lead the people on, but like lead the people through this journey. I think that Cameron should be like, a coach or like a mentor for the men, and Lauren should be a mentor for the women. It just makes sense to me. But I think that Nick and people of color, Jessica, what is her name? Well, I feel so rude. I'm sorry, people of color, Jessica. It's just Nick and Jessica. It's like embedded in my head. But I think that they probably signed a multi-year contract because Love is Blind was fairly new, right? And they were kind of established in their own right. You know who they are. And I think they probably signed a multi-year contract and they have a couple seasons under their belt with this show. I don't have a problem with them. I think they are a great host. I just think for me, I would prefer the people who have whipped through this to be a part of the journey for new people who are coming into this process. No spoilers, guys. Melissa said, I really enjoy this show. It's really giving The Bachelor a run for its money. Hey, Star Fam, it absolutely is giving The Bachelor a run for its money. Absolutely. The Bachelor is fading fast. I don't know what's going on over there, but girl, fading. Hey, Megan. Megan said in the pods, the main question that needs to be asked is, what is your love language? Yes. A lot of the problems between the couples is miscommunication. Absolutely. Miscommunication and not being honest. I get people in this process not being honest, like upfront with how you feel, what you desire, because this person is still a stranger, right? But it's very intriguing, right? To watch these people be so open and honest and their confessionals, and then you see the scenes with them with their partner, their soon to be spouse, and they are just like not only lying, but just not being honest about what they want or what they desire. Hello, Shake and Deeps. So one more day with this toilet. One more day. One more day. One more day. And then your girl is free. Ain't no feeling like being free. Hey, Tatiana, what's up? Said Shane and Shake had me on the floor in the finale. That's all I'll say. Men think they are the prize. Will be chow. Oh Lord, I gotta watch this. Hopefully, I can watch it on Monday, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Love Is Blind 8 and 9, and then I'm just going to do a whole Love Is Blind. Give 1 hour dedicated to episode 10 on Tuesday after Batch Chat. I love it, Rocky. I love it. I will say this about Drag Race. And me and Mama Star should be back on Drag Race by Friday. Can't make any promises, but we should be back at it. All depends on, setting up cable and internet and all that stuff. Nightmare.com. I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain. God is good. Anyway, Drag Race is so good this season. It's been good. It's Drag Race UK has been great. Drag Race versus the World is great. I feel like RuPaul, everybody out there, I hate World of Wonder. I love you guys. Just a quick suggestion. Put all the shows back on network TV. I just feel like the shows have lost their luster now because everything is on streaming services. And you have to realize a lot of your audience is not on there yet. And with streaming services, you're trying to introduce an audience to something that has had a fan base that needs that, right? These Drag Race shows need the dedicated fan base. And I'm sorry, I am, an anomaly, but not everybody who's been watching since they had that terrible filter from like season 1 to season 2 are going to be watching the streaming services. And unfortunately, I think it's taking away the connection that a lot of the fans had with the show, right? Because now when people are especially putting it on a Friday, dumb to put the show on a Friday, especially when the show is on different coasts, right? Because the beauty of it is people tweeting about it together. The beauty of it is a community having a good time, having a good kiki, sharing moments about the show after the episode on a Thursday, right? What happens when you do that is that if the show comes on, it's over at like 10, then in the East Coast, the West Coast pick it up, they start tweeting about it. They're getting tweets that have already been out and they start communicating with those tweets, right? Then everybody goes to bed. And while you're at work, everybody is still, mixing it up in the hashtag. When you put it on a Thursday, if you put it on a Friday, people are going to watch it and then go about their business on Saturday, because that is rest day, break day, family day, errand day. Not many people are going to be getting involved in the show on a Saturday. So I think what I would love for them to do is to move the Drag Race shows back to Thursday so we can all interact, because the community, the fan base, interacting, having a good time is a part of why the show is so good, because not all of us can go to Hamburger Mary's and watch the show with the fans, right? And have some of the stars come on and talk to the fans after. Not everybody can go to Woody's. Shout out to Philly. Not everybody can go to Woody's. Not everybody can go to Blazing Saddles. Like, come on. Not everybody can do that and watch the episode with fans and have a good kiki and some drinks afterwards. So when you keep the show on a Thursday, when you keep these shows on network TV, Twitter, Facebook, that becomes our Hamburger Marys for international, for everybody, right? That becomes our Woodies. That becomes our, is it Blazing Saddles? That becomes our Blazing Saddles. What? I think is that Dickies? It's another one called Richard something. Big Richard. Anyway, you know how many gay bars that I've been to? My God, today I'm a part of the family. Anyway, I just think it's just not. I just would not, if I was over a drag race, I would not have made that decision to take it off of Thursday and to put some really great shows on streaming services, because not everybody is there. You've cultivated a fan base on network TV, and then you, after they build this show up, you take it away from them. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That was a lot, Rocky, but you could tell I feel some sort of way about it. I'm gonna get a few more because I stayed on that topic a bit longer, and then I'll get into the reviews. Oh, that's Tuesday, right up the batch chat. So Tuesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when we'll talk about it. What's up, Rashana? Rashana said, my favorite is the girls that use their pictures directly after giving birth as they before. They quickly get back to the 110 pounds they weighed before getting pregnant. I couldn't do it. Hey, Johnny's acting channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. Johnny said, hey, Nikki, you look amazing today. All right. Thank you. When in the world when men realize that there's nothing wrong with peace? I mean, really, really, I'm a man and I'm like sick of us. LOL, stop the violence. Amen. I agree with everything you said, Johnny. Even a comment about me. Ew. Thank you so much, Johnny. Hey, Mario. Mario said, Cameron and Lauren are the blueprint. Absolutely. I love them so much. I be scrolling through their content on social media for hours. Yup. Me too. Hey, Melissa. Melissa said the hosts on the Brazil version were much more included. They attended all the weddings, for example. Oh, great. You know what? They probably have, I think it's Vanessa, because I want to say Jessica, but I think it's Vanessa. Nick and Vanessa, or people that call her Jessica, I think they only have them for a certain amount of time. I don't think they're with the people throughout the whole process. I think they're in the beginning. I think they bring them in for one episode in the middle. And then I think they bring them in for one episode at the end. And that's pretty much it. I think they had them for like 3 episodes and that's it. Hey, Good Golly. Good Golly says, speaking of Drag Race, anyone up to date on Todrick Hall from Drag Race getting dragged online? I think he's in hiding right now. Yeah, what is going on with him? What is going on with him? Dumb. It's such a dumb move, Yolande. It is such a dumb move to put All Stars on Paramount Plus, because these streaming services, no shade, I think a lot of them are not going to last. I feel like HBO Max and Netflix are going to be, and Amazon. I think those three, just because they got in early, I think they're going to be around for a really long time. I think the other streaming services, when people have to make decisions, they're not going to get rid of Netflix. They're not going to get rid of Netflix, Amazon, HBO Max, or Hulu. Like those are the ones that are the blueprint, right? The people are going to keep on to those. The newer ones, people are going to cancel memberships and then, do a trial and cancel memberships and do a trial. I just don't. Network TV is where is it? Flaming saddles. Yes, thank you. At all. None of these couples convinced me. I don't believe any of them. I don't believe any of them. Angela said Todrick is going to be in Ashbury Park this summer, and I want to see him. Hope he doesn't mess up everything. Listen, Todrick has been going through it, right? Having said that, the boy is talented. He is an outstanding performer. I saw him live in concert for like this Halloween show that I went to that my other friend was performing at. He's a talent. He is a talent. Boy, go to therapy or get a better publicist, because you are so talented. I would hate for all your opportunities to go away. Fix whatever that is, brother, because you have something. You have something. I want to get Miss Brown Sugar, and then Jessa will get into it. Miss Brown Sugar said, happy moving weekend. Thank you, Nikki. Happy moving weekend, Nikki. Thank you, Miss Brown Sugar. And what kind of Wonder Woman are you? Doing lives and managing? I know. I think because I'm excited. If I wasn't happy about this, I probably would be like, see you guys in April. You know what I mean? But I'm having a good time. Also, everything is just done. Now we're at the part where we're just waiting for people to pick it up. Like, we're done. It's like now the hard part for us is over. Now it's easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl from here on out. Hey Jess. Jess said, OMG, I made it alive. Been dealing with my fight with COVID. Oh God. So I'm glad I got to see you live. So glad that you are here, Jess. Sending you a speedy recovery, love, and healing your way. Star fam, send up some prayers for our dear Star fam member, Jess. We want her to be okay, and we want her to get through this quickly and healthily. Healthily, is that a word? Okay. Anyway, let me get my notes, make sure they're all here. And then we're going to get into episode 6. Hold on. Let's talk about it. Episode 6, Mallory and Salvador. We meet Sal's sister and baby. Not Mallory acting like Jared was more into her than she was into him. This is the thing for Mallory. Do you not see the cameras? I feel like Mallory doesn't understand that we see you. So when you say one thing and then say another, all that footage is going to be on the show. Like, we see it. Because when she's talking to Sal's sister, Sal knows that the connection with her and Jared is a lot stronger than she's leading on. But he's watching her basically lie to him and his sister, as Mallory says, oh yeah, he just was really, he was really into me. And I wasn't there. I had such a stronger connection with Sal. We saw you in the pods. We saw you have a whole meltdown to the point where you could not even walk. Maybe it was some big clogs that you were wearing, but guys, when Mallory was walking to the pod, she was no, I don't need any help. Don't talk to me. Like, you were breaking down. So how are you acting like what you and Jared had or still have was not mutual? Mallory, you know what? You also love to throw Jared under the bus. Jared, I hope you're watching this. I hope you're watching this because she throws you under the bus often and makes it seem like you are all into her. You are the one being inappropriate to this engaged woman. I guess she doesn't understand that we are seeing what she is doing. Maybe she thinks the editors is going to cut stuff out so we won't actually see her flirting with you, rubbing your leg, speaking in her little voice. I miss you so much. Maybe she thinks that we will not see that. But girl, you be doing Jared dirty. Child, did Jared dodge a bullet? I know Ayana didn't. Like, she's sitting over here acting like she did not have a whole meltdown when she made the decision to go with Sal. And then you're not even happy with your decision, constantly telling people that you're in love, constantly telling him that you're in love and you're so happy. And we see how you act. We see that you acted totally different with Jared than you did with Sal. Very, very weird. Jared and Ayana. Oh, God. Ayana knows. Ayana knows that, of course, she knows that she wasn't Jared's first choice, but she knows that she doesn't have the space with him that Mallory has. Now, before, she was acting like the cool girl. No, I'm cool with, Jared talking to Mallory. I'm cool if he still has a girl crush on her because if he has a crush on her because, Mallory's hot. I kind of have a girl crush on her. She's trying to be the cool girl. I'm cool with it. It doesn't faze me. But the cool girl act, we can see right through it. Because although you act like you're cool with Jared and Mallory and, this connection that they have, we are seeing you now starting to compare yourself to Mallory. And this episode, in episode 6, she's talking about, oh, I can see why he would be so interested in Mallory because she has so much going on. She has a home. She's doing very good in her career. And me, I'm just getting my master's. How does anybody say that? I'm just getting my master's. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ayana, that is not a small thing. That is not something that everybody can do. Getting a master's is a huge accomplishment. So I don't know. And something that really helps with some people, really helps your career. So I feel bad for Ayana, but I'm going to need my good sis to stand up. I'm going to need for her to see who she is. I'm going to need for her to stop self sabotaging because I'm starting to see it, right? Like, I think I was too caught up in how Jared treated her and how I wanted better for her that I didn't see that Ayana also makes situations very difficult for herself than they actually have to be because she's probably been through so much. She doesn't expect much from people anymore. And she accepts the least because she's so used to getting less. I need her to stand up and I want her um, to do better. Like, don't ever downplay yourself. Don't ever downplay getting a master's. Don't ever make yourself feel small because you're standing next to a Mallory because the man that you desires her more. Jared ain't no prize. You are, sis. Stop acting like you ain't that girl. Deep and shake. Oh, before we get into it, I had to make sure I was saying this correctly. What? Let me get to this super chat because I looked up and I was like, hold on. I'm seeing a super chat and I just want to make sure. Carol! Okay, girl. Okay, Carol. Carol says, sending love to you, Nikki. I mean, Oprah. I love how you guys be remembering. I remember I was in a live chat and I think it was Vaca. Vaca with 3 hours was just like, are you going to go to the water ice stand where you saw Big Tony? I was like, you remember the Big Tony story? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Carol. Good luck on your move to the East Coast. Southerners, I know. Give me a minute. Let me be there for like a good 6 months, right? Let me master making some sweet tea before I officially, call it the South. You do you, Nikki. Dresser funds. Thank you. I was just looking at it today. I was literally just looking at the shipping and handling. That's the only reason why I haven't had that dresser delivered. That shipping and handling is crazy. No lie, Carol. This is going to go to the shipping and handling. Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you, Carol. I was like, do my eyes deceive me? What am I looking at? Remember, I thought I got $1 million. Remember, we were on that live and I was like, oh my gosh, she gave me $1 million. And y'all was like, Nikki, that's not American dollars. Because, baby, I was about to quit that live and go live another life. Oh, child. Anyway, thanks again, Carol. Let's get into Deep and Shake. In this episode, we're meeting the families. Oh, poor Ayana. No spoilers, but when she was saying, I don't have anybody to take Jared to, like, my family's going to be so different and I'm really scared about that. I was like, oh, she has been through. Anyway, and we're meeting the families and like going back home. And Deep is talking about how she's never taken a man home to her family. And she was in a relationship with a guy for 6 years. 6 years, and she never took that guy home. Listen, women, unless this is something that you want to do, right? Unless this is your decision, I highly do not recommend wasting your good years, especially your good, like all years that you have on this earth are good. No matter what the rest of the world, makes life into, you enjoy your time here, right? But your good years. I'm talking about the good years where if you twist your ankle, you'll be fine in a couple of days, right? Like, not twist, but if you snap your ankle, you'll be good. Like, it'll come right back, especially the years before your frontal lobe has fully developed, especially those good regenerating years. Please do not waste your good regenerating years on a man that you don't see any kind of future with, right? Because if you're dating somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, and it's one thing where it's like, oh, we're having a good time. He's fun. I like being around him. No, I don't see me marrying him anytime soon, but I don't see myself getting married. So this is somebody that I really enjoy, and we're on a journey. Through this journey of discovery. Yes, right? If you're doing that, do you. Have fun. If you're trying to keep it safe and you want to lock it down on one penis, okay, Great. However, I don't recommend you wasting your time hoping that at some point he'll come around and he'll be the partner that you need, the partner that you could bring home. I don't recommend you doing that. I'd say give it a good, yeah, at my big age, I'm saying 3 months. You know what I mean? But 3 to 6 months. If you don't see anything, don't give your time to that. Don't. It's not worth it. You'll look back on it and you'll regret it. You'll look back on it and you will regret it. Move on. Have your eat, pray, love season of life, and then invest your time in a man that's a good investment. That's a good investment. Water a man that you know will grow or that will bloom into something you will be proud of. Don't water a man and you know that plant just going to die, that there's nothing else coming out of that soil. That soil was done. 6 years. 6 years in her 20s. 6 years of her 20s she spent on a dude she couldn't bring home. Was he fine? Like that would, girl, was he wealthy? Did he walk heavy? Like, come on. I was like, 6 years? 6 years? Poor child. Don't do it. Don't do it. But anyway, she was talking about how she's really excited to bring Shake home because this is the first guy that she's bringing home. And it's a brown guy. I'm not South Asian, so I don't really get too deep into this. It's just South Asian subscribers. It's just so weird. It's so weird how Shake and Deeps talk about dating people within their culture. It's so weird. It is so weird to me because they say it with their chest. And I'm like, nobody shuns you. Are you not getting shunned in your community? Like, how are they just so comfortable? Listen, maybe it's the producers telling them to continue to talk about it because this show is very big on, love is blind. So race, sexual preference, identity. You don't know. You'll get anybody just because you're going to connect through talking and hearts and stuff like that. They're really big on that. So maybe they're telling them to continue to say that. But every time they say that, it hits me in my ancestors because it's so weird to me. I'm like, are you proud? Like, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Do you want a cookie for like finally kissing a brown guy? Finally bringing a guy home? And it's a brown guy. I know my parents will be happy. What are you trying to say? It's just so weird to me. It's so weird to me. I don't know. So and this is just African-American Nikki talking. It's probably very different in your culture. I'm just saying that's for me in my house. It's weird. It's very weird. On their drive, what kind of money does Shake make? Shake looked like he got some coinage. Anyway, on their drive to her parents' home, Shake was saying like all the right things. It's so weird to me how Shake is just such a charmer. He's such a charmer. Like when they're in his car driving and he's talking to Deeps before they go meet her family, the way he's talking to her is like, you would never think that he feels the way that he feels about her. And that is the thing that is so bothersome because you're saying she's this great woman to her face and that you're so happy to be with her and that you're so attracted to her. But then you're in a confessional saying something totally different. And I, as a woman, can only imagine what that. Hey, Alana, thank you for the cash app. Ew. Thank you so much. Alana, let me tell you something. I'm actually going to, I'm gonna put this to good use. Because I like one thing that I've learned when I move again, I'm going to be a bit more smart about my packing because I like got in this zone. What is today? Today is Friday. Like on Tuesday, I got in the zone and I just had all of this energy and I just started packing. I packed up everything. Like today, I'm like, this is breakfast and lunch. I gotta find dinner. Everything is packed up. Fridge, like there's nothing. There's nothing left for me to eat. So I'm gonna put this to good use. Thank you so much, my love. Alana said, thank you so much for the excellent reviews. Thank you so much for all of your support, Alana. Thank you. Next time I'm gonna be smarter. Next time I'm gonna be smarter. This is like my first like picking up one home and transferring to another side of the country, in another state. So I'm learning. Anyway, it's just as a woman, I can I can only imagine because I've been there, but I just don't know how she's personally going to take it. But for me, I would be like, I'm just like, I would be so heartbroken, so mortified, so embarrassed, knowing that when I'm with this guy, he's saying all these things to me and I'm falling more and more in love with him. And then to cut to a confessional and he's saying that he really doesn't feel that. Then Shake, why are you saying it? Why are you saying this to her? Because you see how invested Deeps is into him. And then when we go to meet to meet Deep's family, he is like just charming to everybody there. I had to catch myself because I'm watching it like, oh my God. And then I remembered he doesn't really feel this way. Why are you doing that? Why are you saying these amazing things about her and you don't really want her? He's very weird. He's very weird, but I'm telling you, I can see how Deeps is falling for him. I can see it now. I absolutely get it because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't when this man talks to you like this, plans a future with you? How would you know that he really doesn't even want to be in you, next to you, with you for another 24 hours? How do you know that when he's saying all of these things? He's such a charmer. And I hate that for Deeps. I hate that for Deeps. So great with the family. Her family is so like into it with him because of what he says. How can you not like fall for Shake as well? Like the whole family is falling for this dude because he is saying all the right things to Deep and her family. True feelings in the confessional to the producers. This is horrible. Almost forgot how awful he was. Danielle and Nick. This episode we meet Danielle's family. Danielle's mama. Two things. One, I would love to party with her. Danielle's mom seems like a lot of fun. Loved her, loved all of her scenes. Second thing, she was lit as hell off that box wine. Mother was lit. Lit. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Danielle, tell your mother to get some water. Mother was lit. Her family is very fun. Her family is very fun, very open. Enjoyed them. But I was like, oh, your mama is gone. Gone. But she had a good time. You gotta fight for it. Yeah. Sex is very important, Danielle. You too, Nick. Nah. She was fun. I enjoyed her though. I really, really enjoy her. And actually, Danielle's interactions with her mother, I got Danielle. I was like, okay, this is where it is. This is where it is because it seems like her family is very open and honest. And I think they're very open and honest with her appearance as well. And I'm not saying that they bullied her or mistreated her, but in this society, we have a very sick idea of what beauty is, and especially beauty concerning women, right? Women are made to think that we have to look like how we looked for the rest of our lives at the age of 14, right? We have to look like that 14-year-old child forever. And as soon as women start to get old, as soon as the body starts to change, as soon as the period hits, as soon as the kid comes, or as soon as, life comes and the metabolism isn't the same, women start freaking out. As soon as there's a wrinkle or a blemish, women start freaking out. And the sick part about it is we're trying to keep up with beauty standards from pedophiles. Pedophiles. That's why men like very small, women, and not saying that all men are pedophiles, right? I'm just saying that is a beauty standard because that was allowed, still is today, but that was allowed in a time in certain states. which is why I'm claiming the East Coast. That was allowed in a time where very older men married very young women. It has absolutely nothing to do with beauty. It has everything to do with manipulation and control. And I want all women to get that so we can abandon that idea. You did not look your best at 14. It was 30. That's when you looked your best. It was 30. But we all try to aspire to be that kid, that child, because that is how this society makes us believe that that's when we looked our best. That's when we were so great. When really, it was an age when men started to, like, some of us, they started when we were a little young, okay? But that's when men started to approach us and wanting to be intimate with us. And there was a time when that was the ideal relationship, when it was a 14-year-old wife or partner and a 58-year-old man. Pedophile central, right? So many women are trying to aspire to that. So I don't blame Danielle. I don't blame her family. I absolutely blame the perversion of society, which is male-centered and male-controlled. Shout out to the men. I love you guys. Shout out to your husbands. No shade. So I said all that to say I'm not blaming Danielle's mom, right? All women go through that, and I know she probably sees, her daughter a certain way. Not saying that she doesn't love her child, not saying that she doesn't love Danielle and want her to be better, but I can absolutely, especially the way that she was talking to her, I can absolutely see this lady when Danielle was very young, telling her to step away from the table, telling her not to eat certain things, telling her about Weight Watchers. Listen, I'm a millennial. There was a time when a lot of kids that I went to school with were on Weight Watchers. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when, like, some of your classmates were on Weight Watchers? Like, we at lunch and this kid is counting calories. Weird. But there was a time when I don't know if it still happens now, but there was a time when that happened for a lot of kids. A lot of kids became very weight conscious at that age, because, especially young girls, because that is, we gotta stay 14. We gotta stay 14. My freaking body is changing. My body is changing. Things are happening to me. Like, I will never be able to maintain that. But that's what we're told. So I can absolutely understand Danielle a lot better, because her mother, who is very open and honest and leaves nothing up for discovery, I can see how Danielle probably thinks about herself coming from that relationship. And again, she's not a bad person. Like, I want to party with her. But I can see that, because even the mom was talking to Danielle and Nick about Danielle's weight loss. And it was like such a victory. Why was that a victory and not your daughter's mental health? Because she lost all this weight, right? But now she has body dysmorphia, hella anxiety, hella depressed, and she's a huge self-sabotager. Big Danielle probably ain't had them problems. Still love her mom. She seems like such a party girl, but I was just able to understand Danielle a bit better. Still, having said that, I love her mom. She seems like a very fun guy. Her dad's hot. Can we talk about the hot daddy? I was like, this is him? Hello. He was cute. Dad was cute. And you know what? He knows it. Dad knows that he's fine. Dad knows that he's fine. Kudos to Nick this episode. I felt like Nick handled Danielle's, self-saboteur a lot better this time. I think what I see in Nick, what I'm trying to get him to understand through the television, is that this is going to be your life. And I don't think, especially when we meet his family, I don't think that he has the tolerance for it. There is nothing wrong with that. That's why I just think this couple is not going to work, because he doesn't have the tolerance for it. And she has a lot of issues. We all do. But Danielle's are like magnified. And I just don't think he has a tolerance for it. I don't see him being happy in this marriage in the long run. I really, really don't, because she just has a lot of issues. A lot of issues. And I love her. I be rooting for Danielle, but girl, you have to start thinking that you're that girl. You have to start thinking positive. Go to Disneyland. Stay for 3 days. You know what I mean? Go to have a spa day. Buy a bad shoe, a shoe that you always wanted, but you probably couldn't really afford it. Or listen, buy that Jimmy Choo shoe on Klarna and go to like a nice restaurant. Take pictures, do a sexy photo shoot. You have to build yourself up because you want other people to do it. And that is very exhausting. Already living in a society that is hella draining. Now you got to take what little bit you have that you're holding on by a thread. You got to take that little bit that you're reserving for yourself because life is hard to build up this grown woman every damn day. That's a lot, Danielle. That's a lot. You got to grow up. You have to take charge of your life and you just have to do better. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Don't get a husband. Do not get a husband. Let's talk about how after we meet Danielle's family, there was some kind of emergency that Nick had. I didn't understand what it was. I thought it wasn't explained. If you guys know what it is, let your girl know. But he like took a moment to handle whatever it was, came back to Danielle's family, still had a great time. Danielle gets mad at him because he answered the call and handled whatever it was. He was like, that was my friends calling. There was something that it was an emergency and I need to handle that. She was mad at him for doing that because she was like, that made me in my mind think that you didn't like being around my family. But Nick is like, oh no, that wasn't it. I had this situation. And Danielle was like, yeah, I get that, but I didn't know. And I felt this way. So I need you to understand that that was not okay. Girl, no. Girl, you are wrong. And what I don't want, yes, Nick is messy. Yes, he's a gossip. Danielle was wrong in this situation. And he's not going to continue to apologize because you're having a bad anxiety day. That's not his responsibility. And that's why I'm just like, Nick, this is going to be your responsibility if you, let's stay married to this woman. No shade. I don't want to see a marriage broken up. But this is a lot. This is a lot. This is a lot to take on. Like you're mad at him because he didn't understand or know that you would be upset about something. He's known you for 10 days. This is why y'all shouldn't have been knocking them boots on that honeymoon, because now you feel like y'all in this 6-year relationship and y'all so deep and intimate. Oh God. Oh God. This is why I always be telling my guy friends and my little brother, if you don't really feel that way about her, don't do it. Because this may be that one woman that thinks that, oh my God, we had sex. This is my husband. This is the one. We did it. It means all of this to me. You don't know if that means that to him. Same thing with women, with men. It's just like, you don't know if that meant the same thing to her that it do to you. Because I think that's also what is happening with Danielle. She's married to the guy. They're having sex 3 times a day in 3 different places. Now y'all feel like y'all here, but y'all really don't know each other. So now Nick has to watch everything that he says and everything that he does because Danielle has bad anxiety. Ciao. I'm going to tell you this, Danielle. If you and Nick are still together, you better walk lightly because his little ghetto sisters, we will get into Nick's sisters. His little ghetto sisters look like they scrap every day on a regular for fun, okay? You better stop messing with their brother. That's not going to go well. Those girls don't deal with anxiety. They don't do that. I don't care if you got anxiety. What you say to my brother? I brought my box cutter. Let's talk. That's what they give me. We will get into them sisters. So you better get it right. You better get it right with that man. Again, go to therapy. It's okay to have anxiety. We all do, especially, after 2020. We all got anxiety. We all got mental health problems. We are living through a very traumatic time. We are freaking living through, Revelations. Hello, pick up a Bible. We're living through it. This is Revelations on speed. This is what we're all going through. So everybody got issues. But as an adult, you have to find out a way to deal with those issues so that you can deal with others. Because human beings are not your dumping ground. And you do not get in a relationship with somebody for them to save you. No. Do better, Danielle. Do better. And it took a lot for me to say that because I've been riding with that heifer. But this episode, she got on my nerves. Um, Speaking of Nick, let's talk about when everybody got together. Nick, why are you always fanning adultery flames? Have you noticed that about Nick? He loves adultery when it's other people. Because Shaina shows up, we will get into her. She shows up to this bonfire or whatever that everybody's doing, and Nick starts talking. Ugh, Nick, I didn't like this. Starts talking about Natalie to Shaina. Like, oh, did you see her? Did you see Shane? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Because then you're going to act like you're really good friends with Natalie. You're going to act like you're really good friends with Shane, but they don't know that you're on the side with this home wrecker trying to break up their relationship. Listen, I'm not saying he shouldn't, because Natalie, you could do better on your worst day. But what I am saying is that it's wrong to do. It's wrong to do because you are acting like you are friends with Shane and Natalie, but you're conspiring with somebody else, or maybe not even conspiring, just so into the mess and the drama. He was living, face was all red, like, oh, did you see that? Oh, what did she say? Girl, that's what I was waiting for. That I was waiting for him to hit me with a strong girl. That's what I was waiting on. Why are you such a gossip? Why are you such a gossip? Listen, I love a man that is in touch with his feminine side. I'm not into the macho guys. That was my thing for a while, but then I grew up and I got some sense. So I don't mind, a guy indulging in some fun tea. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's fun to gossip with your man. Sometimes, especially when he got tea on his boys, so y'all, really Hassan did that? Baby, I'm sorry, I was gonna call you girl, but we comfortable like that. Okay, so what else? What happened? Oh my gosh, she had to pick him up from prison. Well, wait a minute. Guess what? He called her, and I had to give her $20 because she ain't have no gas in her. Yes, that was me. The cash app that you saw, I get, honey. Yes. So that's where he was at. Oh wow, right? That's fun. You and your man putting stories together and just having a really good time. What is not cute? What is not attractive is your man every damn day. Girl, did you check Facebook? Girl, word on the street. Trisha is pregnant by the pastor. Listen, that's some good tea. That's some great tea. Let me get that from my bestie. Let me indulge in that conversation with you after you overheard me talking to my bestie about Trisha getting pregnant by the pastor. Why are you always bringing me this tea? Why are you always a bone collector? Every damn day, I'm trying to nap. Ooh, girl, wake up. Wake up. Guess who got shot at Pathmark? I'm sorry, that's not attractive. That is not attractive. That is not cute. And that is Nick. Nick is in everything. Oh, I love the hat. But did you see Natalie? Yeah, her and Shane don't get along. But you ain't heard that from me. You ain't heard that from me, Shaina. He got to do better. You have to do better, Nick. It's not cute. It's not cute. It is attractive that we think, even though we know you gossip, it's attractive that you don't look like you're a gossip. You have no problem with that. You have no problem helping people's homes get wrecked because you love to see the mess falling down in front of your face. You want to have a front row seat to the mess. We all do. But we don't want to be the ones that mix the mess up. Nobody wants to be that person. You want to stumble upon some mess and be like, oh, what's going on over there? You don't want to be like, that's what I did, girl. Nobody wants to be that person. Do better, Nick. Do better. Yeah, Shaina, yeah, she's crazy. Natalie is crazy, girl. Did you see how she went off on me? Oh my God. All I did was ask Shane one question about their relationship, and she went off on me. Girl, she is crazy. You know that you are the better pick. Shane wanted you first. I heard it in the pods. They're not even holding hands. Awkward. Ox. Do better. Do better. Shane and Natalie. Is Shane loaded? Is he really Gary Busey's son? Because when they were talking about finances, he was like, I'm cool. I don't worry about finances. I spend $1,000 on food every month. Okay, you spend $1,000 on food every month. You spent $1,000 on your teeth. Either he's dealing crack or he's a trust fund kid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't see him being the CEO of nothing. I could be wrong, right? But he just don't give me that he has a lot of earned income. That's all I'm saying. So it's very concerning to me and Natalie that he spends $1,000 a month on food because he eats out all the time. He doesn't cook. He spent $1,000 on his teeth. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm adding up the stuff. And then when she's talking about finances, she is shut down by him, and he's like, "Oh, it's not. I don't really think about that. We don't got to think about that, babe." Is he rich? Because that's fine. Like, we don't got to worry about finances. Even better. I'm cool with that. I think any woman would be cool with that. But Natalie didn't seem sure, and neither did I. So what's going on with his money? What is going on with his money? I don't believe in 401ks. Out of all the reality TV shows that I watch, this show and Married at First Sight, wow, the men, whoo, these partners, men don't want to be, is it a millennial thing? Men just don't want to provide anymore. Like, I don't understand that. Like, you want all this respect. You want to be head of the household. You want me butt naked in a thong, making you dinner every day, rubbing your feet, rubbing on your wee-wee while you eating a steak. But I'm not sure if the mortgage is paid. I'm doing all of this, and I'm a little, scared that we might get evicted. Like, what is happening? Like, how do they want all these things, and then the provision is shaky? Something's going on. Something's going on because y'all don't want to provide, but y'all want to be treated the same way as a provider. The math isn't mathing because Shane has all of these requests for Natalie, but he unsure about them finances. Like, women who do that for men that they know they're well taken care of, right? Like, listen, even the most independent woman of us all, right? Even the most feminist woman, right? When a man is taking care of things, is that not attractive? I remember I caught myself one time shaking and baking for a dude. Shaking and baking. I'm in the kitchen just seasoning. Oh, here he comes. Love the hills or love the sound of music. Salt, pepper, seasoning salt, garlic powder. Let me throw some basil in there. Just shaking and baking because I was well taken care of. There was no worries. There was nothing that I had to worry about. Like, oh, I can't get this up me. Hey, baby. Yeah, can you send it right away? Got it. Love you. Of course, I wouldn't let nobody know that I'm like that, like in the streets. I'm not doing all that for him. But, shaking and baking for my king because I'm well taken care of. Women will do that if we know that you got it. We don't know if none of these husbands got it. We don't know if none of these husbands got it. I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. But they want all of these provisional, treats. They don't want to provide. Okay. You want me to make you a damn sandwich? We got an eviction notice on the door. All right. Let's move on to Kyle and Shaina. Well, this was sad. This was sad. So Kyle meets Shaina's family. What in the get out was this? What, like, nobody smiled. I'm like, is everybody depressed? Like, is this what it's like to be a conservative? Like, nobody was happy. Kyle is like, hey, I'm so excited to meet you. She's stunning. She's gorgeous. You guys raised a beautiful daughter. And they're like, thanks. You like being an American? What? What does that mean? Everybody in that room is an American. What are you talking about? You like the Lord? Weirdos. I would, to be honest with you, I would have never thought that that would have been Shayna's family. They were all so weird. Nobody blinked. Nobody breathed. There was like, I think her brother was sitting in his chair and he just did nothing. He just stared the whole time. I'm like, were you coached to do this? Are these actors hired to be her family or is this her actual family? They were so creepy and I felt so bad for poor Kyle. I absolutely hated the fact that he was acting like he wasn't that strong of an atheist and that Shayna could bring him over to Christianity if, because he's open to it. When we met you, you said that you was an atheist and a vegan, and you were not open to any of that. This is who you are, and you are not changing. Now you eating meat. Now you talking about the Lord, that you are open to learning about Jesus. Since when, Kyle? Since when? This bottle blonde got you whipped, brother. And you didn't even get no coochie. You never even got a whiff of the poom poom. I need you to want to check out poom poom. Oh, anyway, like you haven't even gotten close to the vagina. And you are just bending and breaking to be accepted into this family who won't even like give you a smirk, a smile, nothing. They were so scary. Through the TV, I could only imagine what that energy was like just filming that. I felt so bad for Kyle. It was very scary. Like her brother is looking at him like they're ready to bury him in the backyard. Kyle, did you really think that you would feel comfortable going to that family's home for Christmas or Thanksgiving? Oh, baby, I would be sleeping in my car with one eye open. With a rifle on my chest, there's no way that I would spend any time with that family. The sun goes down before it even gets a little dreary. I'm out. I'm not staying there. Absolutely not. They were so scary. So I felt so bad for him. You like riding dirt bikes and being an American? What the hell does that have to do with anything? What does it? So weird. So weird. Let me hey, hold on, guys. I got a few super chats. Thank you, guys. Let me acknowledge my super chats. Hey, KW. Thank you so much for the super chat. Ew. Hey, Pseudo said, Kyle don't believe in the Lord, but he's still working his magic. Being in that family would have been hell. Absolutely. Thank you, Pseudo, for the super chat. We got another super chat from KW. All right, KW. Thank you so much for the super chat. Weirdo family. Weird. Do you like riding dirt bikes and being an American? What does one have to do? Do we only ride dirt bikes in America? Like, I don't know what that has to do with it, but it's just, are you a godly man? Yeah, like it's so weird the questions that they were asking him, because they were not asking him questions, in my opinion, that mattered to the like caring and protection of their sisters, their family member. It wasn't like, you got to ask the questions. Can you provide? What do you do for work? Right? How would you treat her if you were upset? What are you like in a conflict? What is your relationship with your mother? What is your relationship with your father? Is anybody in your family related? You got to check the bloodline. Like, do you have any kissing cousins? Any siblings that have been married and are creating children? Are you one of those children? We got to think about how many toes the baby is going to have. That stuff is important. Finances, bloodline, relationships with parents and siblings, very, very important. Provision, important. Do you like riding dirt bikes and being a good American? Are you a godly man? That's it? That's all that matters? Whew, no wonder why y'all so freaking miserable. Those people were miserable. Even a mom was just like, yeah, Kyle is a nice guy, but I can't see my daughter being with him. I can't give her my blessing. Why? You didn't ask him anything. So how can you X him out when there was like no getting to know him? Y'all didn't like him from jump. Shaina made sure y'all asked those questions so that she can get a get out of jail free card and not have to fully commit to Kyle and make up some lie. She is Alyssa from Married at First Sight. She is not attracted to Kyle. She did not want to be with him. She wanted to be with Shane. I guarantee you, if Kyle was all American, white male attractive, she would have been in on him. If he was like what is considered attractive in the white community, oh, she would have been eating him up. She would have been like, oh yeah, he's an atheist and he's a vegan, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy. No, you don't want Kyle, because listen, we got to be real. Kyle is ambiguous. Kyle is ambiguous. The way that man looks, we know that there's some mixation in that bloodline. So that is not what she wants. And instead of saying that, I get it because it would sound mean, she'd rather go with religion, because that's something that does cause issues in relationship and is a big thing to a lot of people. I don't buy it, Shaina. And I just hate it. I hate it. And this is me as a full-blown Christian, liberal, black. Difference. There's a very big difference in that. Anyway, but that's who I am, right? I love the Lord and I won't take it back. I love the Lord. However, I was so bothered by Kyle, who stood in his beliefs, now abandoning those beliefs to appease Shaina and that demonic family, because God is love. God is joy. There was no joy or love in that place. So who are you serving? It's not the King of Kings. Absolutely not. Anyway, how is Shaina, who is so committed to her faith, willing, ready, and planning to break up an engagement? It's given Delilah spirit. It's giving Delilah spirit. It's given Jezebel spirit. How are you? Who's God is everything. God is I can't. God is so strong in my life. Every decision I make is about the Lord. Did you sit down and have a conversation with Jesus and say, hey, King of Kings, hey, Lord of Lords, hey, Son of Man, oh, is this Son of Man? Is he the Son of Man? Because I think that's the devil. Hold on. I ain't been in church in a minute. Forgive me. Son of Man. Who's Son of Man? Forgive me, Lord. Because I think is that the devil? Is that Satan? Okay, I was right. Child, I got scared. I promise you, Lord, I will be in church this Sunday. I've done enough running in these heathen streets. I will be in church on Sunday. Anyway, did you sit down with the Lord and say, hey, on Wednesday, I plan on stealing Natalie's soon-to-be husband? No, you didn't, because you are not religious. Stop it. I'm telling you, I can see it. I can see this woman clearly. She is not religious. That family ain't religious, right? That family, people like that hide behind religion to keep their ignorant, this is my channel, racist, sexist, homophobic, classist views, right? They hide and say, oh no, that's just my belief because I'm a Christian. No, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an evil idiot. Okay. Satan claims you, not the Lord. But it's easy to say that because of something that was written in the Bible. You, as a whole Christian, standing on your beliefs, talk about, well, it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. It's in the freaking Torah. You're a Christian. You're supposed to be New Testament. So what the hell are you talking about? Are you Jewish? Like, what are you talking about? Everything that you are opposed to is in a part of the Bible that was not even meant for you, fool. It is history. It is education. You are a Christian. You should be in a New Testament because that's what the Lord said. Well, come on. Because they not doing what I need them to do. So let me just open up. Let me just open up the club to everybody else. You are hiding behind that, and we can all see you. I can see Shaina. I can see her family. You are not religious. You are not religious. You are not this devout Christian. Because how can you, in your mind, turn down this man, this good man, because he's an atheist? You don't want to be with him. But then the next morning, the next day, the next confessional, you are planning on stealing somebody's fiance. Sounding like pre-planned adultery. What in the demonic is happening here? That's not how we get down in the evangelical community. What's going on? What's going on? Because it ain't Christianity. You're not a devout Christian. It's just easy to say. So you can get out of being held accountable. You can get out of being called out. But I see you, girl. You're not slick. You're not slick. Anyway, she eventually breaks up with Kyle. Like, Shaina, bless your heart, but you are the villain this season. You are the villain this season. Her and Kyle are like walking by the water, having a great conversation, just laughing. Oh my God, yeah, it's good to see you. Oh, you look so great. You look so great. Kyle is like, okay, so let's just talk about the wedding. Oh, I can't marry you. I can't marry you. Like, she literally came there jolly and told this man, I can't marry you. And he's like, what are you talking about? Shocked, as he should be, right? Because you're not giving him, like, why did he meet your family? Like, you're confusing this guy. And I loved how Kyle in the beginning was just like, that's not fair. You let me on. Why would you do that? Like, I love the fact that he was not allowing her to get out of how poorly she treated him. But then she did the woman manipulation thing and was just like, oh no, it's religion. And I just felt bad. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to hurt you. Then Kyle started feeling bad. Then he hugs her and takes his mom's ring back. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying beat her up, but you could have probably pushed her in the water. No, Kyle, do better. You be the good Christian that Shaina will never be. But I hated the fact that he gave her that hug, right? I hated the fact that he made her feel better when he realized how this woman played him. You don't always have to be the bigger person. You really, really don't. But that's just Kyle. He takes the ring back and they are done. They are not getting married. This relationship is just not going to make it to the end. We will not get a marriage out of this couple. I will say, Kyle, give that ring back to your mother or just put it back into the family, because I don't see another woman accepting that ring. I wouldn't, right? I wouldn't. Like, this is a ring that you gave to somebody else who has tainted this. I don't want, no shade, that curse ring on my finger. So I would just say, put that back in the family and go to Jared's. Go to Jared's and get your new bride something nice. I felt very, very bad for him. Anyway, let's get into Shaina at the bonfire. After Shaina and Nick spend their whole time gossiping about how terrible Natalie is, horrible on Nick. I hated the fact that he did that. Natalie is talking. I believe she was talking to Shane. I forget. I think it was Shane or Ayana. But she was saying how she got a call from Shane and they were catching up. Never catch up with your enemy, but they were catching up. And Shane told her, she was just like, well, Natalie, if you and Shane don't work out, I have a good guy for you, right? So Natalie tells that to Shane. Shane gets upset. Then Shane and Shaina finally meet. And Shane is like, I am glad to see you or whatever, but I'm a little upset with you. And Shane is like, well, why are you upset with me? Why are you upset with me? And he's like, well, you told my fiance that if we didn't work out, you have another guy for her. And she's like, what? I didn't say that. Dude, like, why is she trying to like get in between our friendship? You don't know him. You don't know him. That's somebody's fiance. Y'all don't have no friendship. Why is she trying to do that, dude? Like, you will have to watch her. Because why would she do that? Why would she even say that? Because she's intimidated by me. She doesn't want me and you to be close because she knows that me and you had a thing. You're intimidated by her. And you can't believe, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. You can't believe that this Asian woman got the man that you want. You can't believe it. That's why you think you have a chance to steal him away, because you don't see Natalie as any kind of competition. Because you have been made to believe by people like Kyle that you being this bottle blonde is like the best thing that a woman could be. Because you would not feel that way about yourself if you were not a bottle blonde. Now, if you had your regular brunette hair, you'd be just as insecure. But now you're blonde. You got your fillers. You got your Restylane. You think that you wear your little crop tops, show off your little abs, and you wear your slim fitting jeans and your cowboy boots in the summer. Not on a ranch with a little flannel jacket and a little fedora, because you're trendy. You're fall cool girl trendy, right? So you think you the bee's knees. And you can't believe that this chick got something that you think is meant for you, and you're not able to get it back. You can't believe that you have to fight this hard for shame from Natalie. So you have in your mind that you can break that up. You have in your mind that he's going to come running to you once he sees you. He saw you, he hugged you, and he cussed you out because he was upset that you were trying to break up his engagement. So what you do, Shane, and I'm disappointed in you. I've been disappointed in you before, but this one really upset me. What you do is get in his head. So now he's mad at Natalie. He meets with Natalie and he's just like, why would you even like entertain that conversation with her? And like, why would she say that about us? Do you think that we're not really going to work? Now Natalie got to fight with the demons you done put in Shane's head about her. So now her whole relationship is on the rocks because of this fool. Because she still thinks that she has a chance with Shane, who did not choose her, who even when he saw her, still was head over heels for Natalie. So now I'm rooting for Shane and Natalie, although I think they're a terrible couple, but I need them to work to spite Shaina. It's so hard being me. It's so hard being me. Anyway, that's all I pretty much wanted to say. Shaina was just terrible this episode. I hated the fact that she like tried to paint this evil image of Natalie. I hated the fact that Nick participated in that, even though, yes, he loves the mess, he loves the drama. You know Natalie a lot better than you know Shaina, and that was terrible for you to say, especially when she already has insecurities about their relationship. It was just wrong. Nick, and although I was Team Nick this episode, because Team Nick aside from Team Danielle, like I normally am, I just did not like him and Shaina at this bonfire. They were messy. They were rude. They went after somebody who has been kind to everyone, even to her terrible fiance who does not deserve her kindness. Natalie didn't deserve that. So, that's it. Natalie, I hope you re-up a filth at the reunion. No spoilers. Let me get your comments. I'm sorry, I just had a lot to say about episode 6. Episode 7, I won't have so much to say, but whoo, Shaina was a lot. Anyway, Alana Esty, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, thanks so much for your awesome lives. Best of luck with your move. Thank you. Thank you. I got thank you, KW. I figured it out. Thank you so much. Who is the devil the son of? Oh, I was thinking about Son of Sam. I have to start, reading my Bible and stop, watching the ID channel so much. Mixing up the Son of Man with Son of Sam. I get it. It sounds alike, but come on. I should know better. I should know better. I should know better. Oh, they didn't put my caramel drizzle in this. What is going on with his finances? Jess said if she's religious, talking about Shaina, why go on a show like Love is Blind? The hypocrisy. Yeah. I honestly think, guys, Shaina thought that she was going to be that girl. I think she thought that she was going to be the star. I think she thought that she was going to be the Lauren of the season. And when it didn't pan out that way, she just revealed who she really is and just went full villain. Midwife Crystal said, I'm not seeing where Shane adds to Natalie's life at all. Me either. Me either. I don't see it, but that's Natalie needs to see that, right? Kimberly said, Kyle is going out sad. So sad. We were rooting for you, Kyle. We were all rooting for you. Hey, Rashana. Rashana says, Shane is in real estate. He's also terrible with his money. Probably had parents who would support or help as well. Probably, which is why he's very childlike, right? Because he probably does come from some kind of money, or if he doesn't come from money, he has parents who always step in and help him out financially, because $1,000 a month on food, that's not no working class kind of conversation, unless you're scamming. Unless you're scamming. If you see a working class person and they are eating out at restaurants and tipping and, you know, getting drinks, they're scamming. They got the PPP. I hate the fact that, especially where I'm from, on Facebook, when I started seeing people starting to live a certain life, and I'm like, there's no way you're from North Philly, currently living in North Philly, and you doing all this. You're scamming. You're scamming. You having crab legs every night? Oh, you're scamming. You're scamming. I'm telling you, crab legs every night in Philadelphia is the first sign of a scammer. That is how you know that somebody is scamming, especially if they got that snow crab legs tray every night. You're scamming. Only for Philly. I don't know about anywhere else, but as soon as I see them crab legs, I'm like, yeah. Credit card for. Let me stop. I'm sorry. Katie said his mom didn't give me, talking about Shane, old money vibes or nothing. I think Shane just spends it the minute he gets it. That it's not me. The Star family is shady. But I do agree with you, Katie. I do think that he just probably spends it the minute that he gets it. Y'all are a mess. Sarah says, let us not forget homeless and in debt Amber from season 1. The producers do not care. True. Midwife Crystal talking about Nick says, Nick instigates it all. Even when it's clear everyone else is trying to avoid the drama and be respectful. Yeah, he's messy. Helen says, yeah, I like to gossip with my husband, but not him passing. That's the thing. Let me bring it to you. Or, you know, let us have a mutual gossip sesh about our friends. That's different, because that's something that happens when it's a rainy day, we're home just making a meal together, and then the gossip just finds its way out of our mouth and we're comparing notes and having a kiki. But you're initiating the gossip, taking it around to everybody, and looking like you're enjoying it. It's not attractive. It is not attractive. Doomster said Shane expected Shane to see her, and within 2 minutes, yep, have him say, Natalie, you're dumped. I'm going to go out with Shaina. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. And when it didn't happen, she got angry. Now, all of a sudden, you got a problem with Natalie. Now you're, oh, why would she say that to you, Shane? She's just saying that because of me and you have something. Like, me and you are a better fit. How do you say that out of your mouth? How do you say that out of your mouth and not feel any way about it? You are talking to a man who is engaged to be married to somebody in like 2 weeks. In like 2 weeks. And you can literally fix your lips to say to that man, you don't have a connection with your fiance like me, as strong as a connection that me and you have. How do you think you're going to look? How do you think you're going to look? Sad. Sad. YO said it's the same way as the Real Housewives. When the men on that show get just as messy, if not messier than the women, yikes, right? It's not cute anymore. Downfall of the relationships every time. Yep. Yep. What's up, Yolande? Yolande said Nick wants all the other couples to look bad so him and Danielle can look the best. He did it with Jared and Natalie, Mal and Sal, and now Shaina and Natalie. Yep. It's not a good look. On site. They gets it on in a Walmart parking lot. I was like, how did you end up in this family? On site. Hey, Birdie B said, as someone else mentioned, he's messy so he can deflect from his own unhealthy relationships. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Let me get some. Hey, Jess. Jess says, takes a strong man to handle Danielle's personality. I don't think he's that strong, but also Danielle needs to work on herself. Agreed. And it's not bad that Shane is not strong enough to handle Danielle. It's okay, right? I also think he can't handle her because his family, it's a lot. He was very apprehensive about us meeting his family, the show, Danielle, very apprehensive about that. And from meeting his family, you can see like he deals with a lot in that family. So I just think that Nick could be strong for Danielle. He doesn't have anything left after everything that he deals with. I don't think that I think it was from Midwife Crystal. I don't think that any of these couples are going to be together, to be quite honest with you. Drewski said, my mom put me on lean cuisines in middle school, and it was purely size-based because my little brother ate just as much, if not more than me, but he was skinny and tall. His dad is 6'9". Yep. And she was a size 6. Do not take any health advice from them wackos on TikTok. There is a lady, I forgot her name. I was going to expose her. I forgot her name because I was so mad at her page. She is just teaching eating disorders and acting like, I'm a nutritionist, so I know what I'm talking about. You are selling these kids eating disorders. And I love the fact that under all of her comments, there is like women who are just like, do not listen to her. They are like, don't listen to her. This is an eating disorder. I'm reporting you. Like every one of her videos, they are getting her together. Shout out to those women who are doing the good work, but them TikTok people are not well. Doomster, I don't know the name of the movie, but it was about Carrie Fisher. It was about Carrie Fisher, and I forget the name of this movie, but there is a scene. Shoot, there is a scene. What is her name? What is her? Hold on. She was in Still Magnolias. Hold on. I gotta get it because when you said it, I gotta put it together. Hold on. Still Magnolias. Who is the cast? Shirley MacLaine, Carrie Fisher. Shirley MacLaine, Carrie Fisher. I think it was about her relationship with her mother. Postcards from the Edge. Yes, it was Meryl Streep and Shirley MacLaine. Latchkey Kid. I watched all those movies. There is a scene where Meryl Streep, who's Carrie Fisher's character, is fighting with her mom, who is Shirley MacLaine. And like her mother just upstages her and loves the attention or whatever. And she's talking to her. She's talking about how she embarrassed her. I think it was like her birthday party when she was a kid. And she was like, I had on a beautiful dress. She was like, yes. And you twirled that dress and you weren't wearing any underwear. She was like, that's what I get. Post Danielle and her mom is postcards from the edge. Postcards from the edge. Now, Shirley MacLaine's character, Carrie Fisher's mother, was lovable. But you can tell that she was always competing for the spotlight. Wow. Very good, Doomster Gaming. Very, very, very good. Because I can see that. Jazz A said, right, because her mom even talked about her insecurities. Like, ma'am, you did not have to say all that. Right? Absolutely. Wait, where is it? I just scrolled by it. Yolande, hold on. I gotta get Yolande's comment. Yeah, and oh wait, it's not Yolande, but I get this one. This is good. Rachel AA said, yeah, and Danielle's mom is a psychologist, and I feel like those are always Candace, Real Housewives of Potomac. Yolande said, I honestly thought Danielle's mom was going to give Nick another love bite. I was shouting, protect your neck, Nick, to the TV. Yeah. Yeah. Yo says Danielle's mom helps me understand why Danielle is the way she is. Zero confidence. She seems like a lot of fun, but is a lot. Yep. We're talking about Shake. He's good with parents. He absolutely is. He absolutely is. You know what? La Doula Rachel said he's also a veterinarian, which means that he's very good with people and very good at comforting them through like difficult situations. So he knows how to talk to people. So that could be another thing. That could be another thing. I think so too, Brittany. I think so too, because Shake is giving me, I have money, my family has money, but I spend it on things that I really enjoy. Like his home was okay, really nice views or whatever. It was a guy's home, but it seems like he takes trips to Belize whenever he feels like it. And the DJ is stuff that he's just doing for fun. Like what he really wants to do, but I don't think his family will support him in that. So he does this veterinarian thing to like, make money. But I think it's probably more to appease the wealthy family. He got money. You know what, Deep? Even if you know the truth, stay. 2 kids, get out. Let me stop, girl. Don't listen to me. I'm just joking. Hey, Winter said basically Nick was texting his friends during meetings with her parents. I'm guessing while he was texting his friends, his face wasn't as happy as it was when he was talking to her family. I honestly get that, right? But when he explained it to her, it should have been enough. It should have been enough because from Nick's reaction, he was actually shocked. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like the apologies are just not good enough for Danielle. Like, I don't know what more he needed to do. And then she gets upset when he snaps at her. Like, I don't like that. I just feel like no man should talk to a woman like that. Anybody, right, should talk to anybody like that. But I'm like, especially as her husband, you have to find control your temper and find a way to speak to your wife. Even when you're upset, speak to her in a way that is still respectful, speak to her in a way that's still adoring, because you don't want to put a wedge in your relationship and you can't remove that wedge. Like Steve in Married at First Sight, the way he spoke to Noi on it was the best way to communicate to somebody as a husband, to someone that you love, to your wife, getting your point across, but not tearing the person down. He's going to be an amazing father. Let me get 2 more, and then I want to close out episode 7. Oh my God, thank you. I'm not stressed as much as I used to be. Hey, Pseudo said, oh, I got that one. But again, thank you. I got Alana's, right? Got Alana's. Did I get this one? Jesus is the Son of Man. I got that one. Katie, Shaina, only God can judge me. Also, Shaina, I'm out here to steal this man from his fiance in a Crocodile Dundee hat. Because let me tell you something. You could not tell her that this outfit wasn't it. She was giving, oh, I'm at the Met. Like, she just thought this outfit was it. Girl. Okay. Okay, girl. Hey, Denard. Denard said the fact that she's entertaining this atheist doesn't make any sense when she's declared because she's not. She's not. That is just an easy excuse. An easy excuse that she won't be judged for or made to feel or held accountable to, right? Just said I'm married to a Korean and he's the best person I know. Shaina just rubbed me the wrong way. She's terrible. Shayna's terrible. We gotta be honest. Terrible. Hey, Miss Gigi. Miss Gigi said the way they edited Shayna out without showing us the results of that conversation with Shane is weird to me. Yeah. Maybe we'll see the rest of the reunion. The reunion is going to be lit. I promise you, I normally like to wait at least 2 days so that everybody can watch it. But I'm telling you, as soon as I watch that reunion, I'm going live. I am going live. Hey, 77 Blaze said Cal should have caught on when she was supposed to go to her bed in her own room, and Shaina left the country. Listen, the writing was on the wall. The writing was on the wall. YO said 1010, the good guy Shane is talking about is probably is also Asian because, you know, they've got so much in common. Probably. Hey, Shanaby said he threw Natalie all the way under the bus. Absolutely. Absolutely. JL said, I kind of like how to be the bigger person, though. That's who he is. So as I can foresee, his DM full of women he deemed out of his league. I also think that Cal has to get out of Cal has to stop being shallow. Love the dude. He has to stop being shallow because the only reason he was going after Shaina is because she's a skinny blonde. Like, that's it, because that's all he mentioned. Like, he never mentioned skinny, but he was like, this beautiful blonde woman. Like, that matters. Like, that matters. If she was a brunette, you wouldn't be as into her. If she was a redhead, you wouldn't be as into her. Redhead supremacy over here. I love me a ginger. Love me a ginger. So I just don't understand. I don't understand him, and I want him to do better. I want him to have more confidence within himself, and I want him to stop being so shallow when picking a partner, because he's a good dude, and a good woman deserves a good guy. But if you are just so shallow where hair color, I get it. I'm not downplaying, you know, white supremacy in America and, you know, Hitler making that, you know, blonde hair and blue eyes the beauty standard for Europe and, you know, subsequently the rest of the nation. The rest of the world, I honestly get that, right? It's 2022. It's too much knowledge out there. Do better. He's a good guy, but he's shallow. He's a good guy, but he is shallow. I want to scroll down to the end. Oh, I got some super chats. I want to get my super chats, get 2 comments, and then I'll get into episode 7. Normally I will break it up, but I ain't got no time after this one. So, hey, midwife Crystal, thank you so much for the super chat. Shane must have Gil's money habits. I like Gil, but yeah. Thank you, midwife Crystal. Hey, Maxetta, how are you? Helen says, talking about Shane, I say the parents bail him out all the time. He's spoiled by his parents. I could actually see that. JL said, Natalie was forced to be calm and explaining herself when Shane confronted her. For Shane. JL, he's not even okay, JL. I'm always shocked when you go off like this. I'm always shocked, JL. Hey, Yasmin. Yasmin said, it is funny that Shaina kept saying Shane and Natalie weren't compatible when all the other couples thought they had amazing chemistry. I wish somebody would have said, girl, what do you mean by that? What do you mean that Shane and Natalie aren't compatible? How? What is it about them that you think they're not compatible? I'm telling you, she would have stuttered. She would have went, well, you know, no, I don't know. Tell me, Shaina. We know why you think they're not compatible, but we want you to say it. Own it. Own it. Speaking of own it, because when I say own it, I'm thinking of Lisa Rinna, and Lisa Rinna is on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think Kyle Richards is joining the game. I think Kyle Richards is coming back. Andy's listening. Andy's listening. I saw a picture of Kyle. I don't know who posted it on Instagram, but it was Kyle, Kathy, and Kim. And Kyle said, because they were behind some decorations, and Kyle wrote in the caption, if these decorations could talk. What are you saying? What are you saying, Kyle? Is Kim coming back? Is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills finally going to be watchable again? Girl, I'm excited. Jeans movie chat says, I'm so glad I caught this live. Big fan of your reviews. Oh my God, thank you. I just watched the finale. No spoilers, but there were quite a few surprises. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Musoy, love you. Thank you for the super chat. Musoy said, Danny, as someone who suffers from extreme anxiety, I truly believe that to be your case. I know you can't control it alone. Therapy can really help. You're beautiful. You deserve to feel love. It's okay to get SOS. Oh, Musoy, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. That was so sweet. Thank you for joining and being a part of the SAR family. Hey, Kaya. Kaya said Shaina and Nick is disappointing, especially when you are hating on Natalie when she didn't do anything to both Shaina and Nick. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't like it. That was so nasty to me because I'm like, it's Natalie. Natalie hasn't done anything to anybody. So, Was that did I get on my super chats? I think so. Okay, I got them all. Let's move on to episode 7. I don't have a lot to say about 7, so that this will go fairly quickly. Anyway, Mallory and Salvador in episode 7. So, in this episode, Sal confronts Jared, and with this, I was just like, because in this episode, Jared is like, hey man, how's everything going? And Sal is like, funny you should ask. Everything's not great. Like, I didn't like you talking to Mallory about the ring, right? But Mallory left out everything. Mallory's like, oh, he just made a comment about my ring, but I love my ring. Like, that was what Jared said. That wasn't me. Girl, you are lying. But anyway, Salvador confronted Jared about that, and he was just like, I get that you two are friends or whatever, but I didn't like that. That made me feel some sort of way. Jared apologizes, and I'm like, Jared, I hope you see that your first choice threw you under the bus. Your first choice lied on you. I hope you can see what's really going on and realize that you got a prize when you were not one yourself. So then this episode also, Sal and Mallory meet with her sister. I love Mallory's sister. I loved her. She asked all the right questions. I was sitting there watching this scene like, yep. Like, as a big sister, I would have asked all those questions. I would have absolutely asked all of those questions, especially knowing my sister. And Mallory said to her sister, she was just like, is this something that could you approve of this? Will you be there at my wedding? Will you give us your blessing? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm on board with this, because this is, let's be honest, to Americans, this is very weird. I won't say Americans. To Americans that were kicked out of England, to Americans who were kicked out of England and went to war with the Queen because they didn't want to pay taxes, and to Americans who came here by way of slavery, this isn't normal, right? This isn't normal. Like, this is not a normal way of getting married, right? So I understand her sister being like, I can't, this isn't great. This isn't great. And also, she knows Mallory. So Mallory's sister knows that this is not going to work. She knows. She was looking at Sal. Sal was a sweetie. He was doing the right thing. But you can still see how Mallory's sister was looking at Mallory and Sal. And her face was not pleased. She was not pleased. So I don't know if the sister's going to have anything to do with them not getting married or whatever, but yeah, she was not here for this messy situation. Let's get to, oh, you know what? I forgot I never showed pictures. I feel like everybody knows who was who at this point, but in case you're just joining us, Mallory and Salvador. This is the couple that I was just talking about. This is Mallory. This is Salvador. Salvador is sweet. He sings all the time. Mallory has a good job. She likes a certain guy, and that certain guy is not Salvador. Now we're going to get into Ayana and Jared. Jared, fine. He knows it. Football player body, tall. Ayana, the prize, the star of this show. She is everything. She is the moment. She deserves her flowers. She doesn't know how great she is. I hope she knows now after this show. Jared's parents, amazing. I love that couple. I love that couple. Jared's father's reaction when Ayana showed him the ring, he was, oh, Lord. He was so sweet. And Jared's mom, Jared, oh my God. I love them. I love them. And this is the thing, right? I cannot stand Jared. For Ayana. But damn, do I want this to work out because of Jared's parents. I wanted to work out because of Jared's parents, because I feel like Jared's mama would love on Ayana. I feel like she would love on Ayana, and that's what our good sis needs. And I feel like Jared's dad would be praying over her as she sleeps and praying for the babies and taking the grandkids and loving on the grand. How did y'all produce Jared? I love Jared's parents for Ayana. I love them. And I'm like, she needs that. Ayana started crying because they just embraced her right away. The dad was hugging her and he's speaking in tongues. And he's crying. He's like, oh, it's my firstborn. It's my firstborn boy. Damn you, Jared. Damn you. Oh, I'm so upset because I don't want him for her. But now I'm like, oh, these are great parents. These are, you know, she don't have a good relationship with her family. I can see them in the kitchen, you know, making biscuits for Thanksgiving, and she's teaching her how to roll the dough. You gotta let it poof, baby. You gotta let it poof. Cut up the Crisco. Yes, Ayana. I'm so glad Jared picked you. I've always wanted a daughter. Oh, damn you, Jared. They were just so wholesome. I loved them. When I found out that Jared's dad was a minister, I'm telling you guys, as soon as he said that, I said, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's why Jared is like that. He's a clergy kid. He is a clergy kid. I knew it. It was something about him, and I was like, because Jared has the energy of a Black church musician, specifically a drummer. He has Black church drummer energy. So finding out that he was a clergy kid, I'm like, you probably preach sometimes. You probably say the prayer over children's church. You probably got a mean little shout, Jared. Oh, that testimony about getting stabbed. I see you. Oh my God, if they stay together, could you imagine like later in life, Jared becomes like a pastor and Ayana is the first lady? I'm torn because she would be a great first lady, but I'm like, do I want the first lady life for you? Yikes. Oh, damn you, Jared. I will see you when the Trader Joe's parking lot is on. Anyway, Ayana, I told you earlier in the first part of this live, she really, when she was talking about, she was sitting in the grass and she was talking about how amazing Jared's family is, and she was like tearing up because she's just like, now he has to meet my family. Ayana, I hope you know who you are now. I hope you have received all the love from the fans and you realize you are that girl. You are that girl. We are all rooting for you. You're our freaking Disney princess. We love you, girl. You are worthy of so much more than you think you deserve. I hope you get it. I hope you get it. Having said that, because I love you, sis, you are my girl. Let that man play his game. Let that man play his game. I felt like Jared handled Ayana bothering him, disregarding the fact that he was in this game, playing it, having a whole conversation to the people that he playing with. Ayana is talking just about anything. Yeah, so when we go out, what kind of bread do you like to eat? And Jared is like, hold on, huh? Let him play his game. And Ayana, I know you're a homebody. Who isn't at this point, right? You are going to have to put on your kitten heels and your bodycon skirts. You love a bodycon skirt. You love a bodycon mini skirt. Anyway, not mini. You love a bodycon mini skirt, but you want to put that on. Put on your earth tone bodycon mini skirt and your JCPenney V-neck tops. You love a JCPenney V-neck top. Cute. Put that on with some cute hoops and your kitten heels and click on down to the bowling alley or the pool hall with your husband. You just cannot not go out with him. You cannot do that. That is a marriage. You have to compromise. That is what you're going to have to do. You're staying home on the phone, going to bed early. He's out at the bar, living la vida loca. You need to be right beside him. Toasted. We married. Be right beside him. You don't have to go every day, but that is something that he expressed that he likes to do. You're just never going to do something that he likes to do. Whew. I'm not in no relationship. I am not even married. How do I know this, Ayana, and you don't? How do I know something these couples don't know? I don't understand. How y'all signing up for this process and y'all are acting like this is the first time y'all have ever dated anyone? It's so weird how these people are just so caught off guard by things that are normal in a relationship. Are they picking you straight from like Mormon high school? Like, how do y'all not know how to be in a relationship at your big ages? And I know some people are 28. That's still a big age. Okay, you are past the rejuvenation stage of your life. Stuff not healing up like it used to. That's a big age. That's a big age, right? With a little trip and fall will have you down for some weeks. That's a big age. That's a big age. When you need a little neosporin for a scar, right? Back in the day, when you was a lot younger, you cut yourself, you blink, oh, it's healed. Now I need a Band-Aid. I need a neosporin. Okay. I need to let it breathe. Don't pick the scab. You're at a big age. You're at a big age. So you should know these things. You should know these things. Weird. These guys are weird. Deep and shake. I hate the fact that I like him. I like Shake. I really like. He is such a good charmer. He's just so good, and it just bothers me because I know this is not really him. I love his mama. I love his mama. So in this episode, we meet Shake's parents, and he's saying the same thing. Oh, this beautiful, amazing, lovable woman. She saw the, oh, I'm so great. She's a brown person. I can't believe that we're together. I'm so lucky that she chose me and that we're in this process. I can't wait to marry her. Then he sits down with his mother in their the backyard of their estate. I said, this looks like a botanical garden. Shake is loaded. Anyway. And he sits down with his mom and he's just like, she's all of these great things, all just amazing. I can't believe it. A brown girl, that's amazing. I'm not feeling it. And the mom was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna side with her. The mother was like, I don't care. I don't care what you say. I'm a ride with Deep. And that was it. She's like, yeah, I'm on her side. She sat there and listened to her son and she said, yeah, I'm a ride with, this is where I'm going to go. Period. To me, that spoke volumes. She let her son know this is the one. It's her. This is what we're going with. Don't bring another Barbie to my doorstep. That is what we're going with. That is the mother of my grandchildren. I'm siding with her. So what you want to do? Because my decision is made. Work, mama, work. Put him in check. Put him in check. That's what it needs. Read that boy for Phil. Well, I feel for her right now. After Shake like pours out his heart, she's like, I feel for her. Deep, not you. Oh, moms are amazing. Oh, another thing she said, this Deeps doesn't deserve a man who will give her 1% less. Oh, you calling your son a scrub? She called her son a scrub. She let him know she's the prize, not you. And she don't deserve a man like you. Come on, mama. Danielle and Nick are so different. So we find out how different Danielle and Nick are. And we find out a lot about Danielle. I'm telling you guys, I would have never known that she was this girl. I would have never known that Danielle was a fraternity boy. I would have never known, right? So we go to Nick's home and we see that he alphabetizes, his Dawson Creeks collector's edition DVDs. Not shocked there. He's very neat. He's very clean. That was not shocking to me by how I could tell that Nick was that kind of guy. And when I met his family, I understood, right? We will get into that later. Then we get to Danielle's home. I will say, Chicago has beautiful property. Is it expensive to live there? Well, I'm from Philly. The violence don't bother me. But the property, everybody's home looks really nice. That is very difficult to find, like on any of these shows where you go to people's homes and, some people might have great homes and some people might have homes you will never live in. It's like, oh, this is a horror film. This right here, gorgeous. But it's just, you would never find a collection of cast homes where you're like, I would love to Airbnb this, right? Everybody had great homes. Danielle's apartment, that skyline, the videos that I would be doing in there, I would just go full beauty. Full beauty. All of my videos are just in this natural light. This retinol does wonders for me while this beautiful light hits my face. That's what I would be doing in that home. But everybody, has beautiful homes. We get to Danielle's home. She says, oh, I'm goofy, I'm quirky. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Me too. She comes out in like a hot dog costume and gives Nick a corn costume to put on. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. I'm glad that Nick was a good sport and he put it on. For those who are just joining, this is who I'm talking about. I'm glad that he was a good sport. I'm glad that he put it on. I'm glad that they had a great laugh, right? But then we find out this other side of Danielle that did she reveal this before? Because it threw me for a loop. She's just like, yeah, me and my friends, we dance on tables and, we party a lot. And sometimes we break furniture. And Nick was like, oh, okay, just as long as they don't come over and dance on our tables and break our furniture. And Danielle is like, well, that's a possibility that it'll happen. Because that's how me and my friends are. What? How are you preparing to wreck your home? And what kind of friends do you have where they will come to your marital home and destroy it? What is going on? I'm sorry, at 28, really? Y'all tear up furniture and call it partying? What in the fraternity is happening here? I was just so thrown off by that. I would have never called that for Danielle. I actually thought she was a lot more mature than that. And I'm not saying that the hot dog costume is immature. I would, you know, you've seen my closet. So I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, you're planning to destroy your marital home and you're getting mad at your husband who will probably be paying for every freaking thing. You're getting mad at him and you're just like, well, that's, you need to, if you're going to accept me, you need to accept that my friends are going to come over and break our furniture. Danielle, I'm trying. Girl, I've been fighting for my life in these comments defending you. I don't know what's happening. You're losing me. You're losing me. Like, how are you getting mad at Nick when he says, yeah, well, your friends, they're not going to do that, right? And you're like, yeah, they will. Like, this is what we do. And if you're like, if you're not okay with that, then you're not okay with me. I feel like I'm from another planet. I really, really do. I feel like I'm not like, I feel like, am I Superman? Right? Am I from like another planet and I like got dropped off here to protect me because, you know, the nation of Sparkle would have killed me because there was like an uproar and my Sparkle family that I'm from was fighting the doll demons. And, you know, I was, you know, the one that was supposed to save the Sparkle Nation, and the doll demons found out, and my real mother, you know, shipped me off to America. I felt like she was probably trying to send me off to another planet and got lost in the directions and shipped me to the ghetto of the planet Earth. Maybe that's what happened, because I literally watched this and I was like, Danielle, are you serious? Are you serious? And she got mad at Nick. Like, dead serious. Like, just got an attitude at him. You have to expect that because these are my friends and this is what's going to happen. Okay, girl. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard, Danielle. I'm trying. Anyway, we then we get to meet with Nick's family. The ghetto. The ghetto. If you are from Philly, Nick's family gives me Kensington. Nick's family gives me Northeast. Nick's family gives me Fishtown, not gentrified Fishtown, Fishtown. I get Ben Salem from Nick's family. I was so shocked that this was his family, but then it hit me. I was like, this makes sense. This makes sense. I don't think the home that they were filming in, I think that was rented. I don't think that was Nick's home. I think that Nick probably grew up. I think he was, you know, the bloodline gives me welfare fraud. I gotta tell the truth and shame the devil. The bloodline gives me welfare fraud. I was just like, oh, I know that mother. I know she was selling food stamps back in the day. I just saw them and I was like, okay, Nick, I get it. I get it. Like at first I was like, this is your mother. Then I was like, oh, this is why you're the way you are. This is why you're the way you are, because he is totally opposite of what his family is. And he has worked to not be that. He has worked to not be that. Because we meet his mom, who doesn't crack a smile at all. Who doesn't like, it's not like Shaina's family. She's just tough. She's a tough mama. And she's just like, yeah, well, this is Nick's girl. If he likes her, he can marry her. I don't care. Girl, I was like, your mother gives me gangster. Like the mother is, I would have never, from how he acts, but then it makes sense. She was so like, she just did not care. She didn't, anything that he said, she did not care. He's like, yeah, so going through this process, we learned a lot about each other. Good. You should. It's marriage. You know who she reminded me of? Hold on. What? Did you guys watch Mad TV? Did you remember I forget her name, but she played that lady who, hold on. Here we go. Mad TV characters. She played Stewart's mom, but she also played this other character. And she was, whoa, whoa, what was that character? Yes, it's this one. Not Miss Swan. Chow. Whoo. Mad TV dodged a bullet with that character. Y'all so lucky y'all released that character way back when. Baby. Lorraine Swanson. Oh, well, remember that character? If you watch Mad TV, you remember Lorraine. That's Nick's mama. She did not, like, nothing phased her. She was so strong. I was like, wow. And then Nick's sisters, I was like, they look like they just left the fight. They look like they just jumped somebody and was like, oh, we got to go. We filming a TV show. I was so, like, thrown by Nick's family. And then the sisters were trying to, like, make fun of him. It's just like, yeah, you know, Nick is like, he real clean. He used to always, like, bathe and all the three. Are you going to be okay with this 3 showers a day? And Nick is like, stop it. No, don't make fun of me. I'm a clean guy. I'm hygienic. And the sister's like, all right, we was just joking. What's wrong with you? I want a reality TV show with Nick's family. I want a reality TV show with Nick's family. Like, even when Danielle was, like, crying about how great Nick was, his mom. A good guy. Are you a mob boss, ma'am? I will watch the hell out of that reality TV show. We TV, get on it, because that's your kind of people. That's you cast. I'm gonna be real honest with you. We TV knows how to cast white ghetto people. Like the white people that they find, the ghetto white people that they find, superb. Chefs kiss ghetto white people. Entertaining through and through. That is their specialty. That is their specialty. Ghetto whites. Ghetto whites. And they have made $1 billion network off of ghetto white people, like the Gallaghers. Shameless, that is their casting pool. And I love every minute of it. Love every minute of it. What else do I want to say about Nick's mom? Who I love, by the way, ma'am. I don't want no drama. I'm too pretty to fight. And you seem like you will win. You seem like you got a switchblade under them titties. I'm joking, ma'am. This is all jokes over here. Let's move on to Shane and Natalie. So in this episode, Shane meets Natalie's parents. Now, I don't know. Shout out to my Asian subscribers. Particularly, is Jenny, what is Natalie's, what is that? Is Natalie Chinese? Korean. I think Natalie is Korean. Right? Because she said, no, I think she's Korean. I think she said it. Forgive me for always going to Chinese. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Whenever there's an Asian person, especially, is it East Asian? Especially an East Asian person, like a lighter complexion. Because I'm from Philly, that's just automatically what I go to. Same thing with the Latino community. I immediately go to Puerto Rican first because that's just what I know. In Philly, there are 4 main cultures, like dominant, right? Black, hello, what's good? Italian, Chinese, and Puerto Rican. Like, those cultures are dominant in Philadelphia. Every Philadelphia kid knows how to make any Chinese dish, Chinese American dish, any African American. I'm starting to say I got soul food. I'm divesting from soul food because I know it's African American cuisine. They just don't want to put us on it. They just want to call us soul food so that you could profit off of it without giving respect to the maker. So African American cuisine, there ain't an Italian dish that a black kid from Philadelphia can't make, right? And Puerto Rican, like we know. That is so. Forgive me if it's just like, oh, Nikki knows it's Chinese people. I'm serious. I'm not doing it on purpose. My brain just automatically goes to that because that is the Asian culture that I have been exposed to since I was a kid. So I just normally go there. Anyway, I don't know. I believe that Natalie is Korean. Is it the cultural tradition for Shane to like when you bring somebody home, are you to meet with them first and then bring Shane in? Or was she just afraid of how her parents would receive him? Because I was very thrown off by how she was just like, I have to tell my parents about this process first, because she didn't tell her parents what she was doing. Very weird in any family for you to disappear for like 3 weeks. No, it was like what, 10 or 11, almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. And nobody hears from you. My mother would have had me on like the missing persons list globally. You know what I mean? She would have been doing press conference. Ben Crump would have been on the case. Like, and that's if I disappeared for like 4 hours. The fact that Natalie was gone for almost 2 weeks and her parents didn't know. She didn't have her phone. Y'all don't call her every day to check her every other day. Very weird to me. But anyway, she says that she wants to talk to them first before they meet Shane. Her mother saw that ring and she was like, oh, absolutely. That she was so disappointed, right? But then when they met Shane, she was like, Natalie's mom and her dad were so excited about Shane. And I was like, y'all was just telling her that what she did was dumb. But now y'all excited about Shane? Why is that? Their just reaction to him was not something that I was expecting, especially from Natalie's mom, who was so like disappointed that her daughter got engaged. So why did they react to Shane that way? The dad was like, he loves Shane. He's so happy that she's with him. The mom was just enamored. And I'm like, y'all going up for little Gary Busey? Something here isn't making sense to me. Maybe something was cut out in the editing, but I just did not understand how they were so gung-ho for Shane when especially her mother was so disappointed to know that her daughter got engaged. Fill me in, because I was confused about that. Yeah, that's all I want to talk about in episode 7. What do you guys have to say? Carol, thank you for the super chat. Carol said, if Nick and Danielle don't get married, he needs to get on those prison websites because his family is TV gold for Love After Lockup. I'm telling you, Love After Lockup, get in on it. Nick's family, that mother was a kingpin back in the day. Back in the day, she gives me, listen, I hope she never sees this because she's scary. I ain't even gonna front. Nick's mom is scary, but she gives me like queen pin of meth in the mountains. You know what I mean? Like she an Appalachian thug. That's what I get from her. That's what I get from her. Susanna, hey twin, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss you much, twin. I got all my super chats right. Those are 2 super chats. Oh wait, I got 2 more. Hold on, let me get my because when I had the pictures up, I can't see the comments, so I've missed some super chats. So let me get my super chats first, and then I'll get into you guys' comments. Show some love for my twin, Susanna. Let me get. I got a super chat from who? Hey, sup people. Sup people said, oh, she does. She does. She gives me a mixture of Nia Long from Friday and Jada Pinkett from Low Down Dirty Shame when she was Peaches. Her best work. Her best work. Please, if you want to see Jada Pinkett, in my opinion, at her best, please go watch a Low Down Dirty Shame. She played the hell out of Peaches. Oh, love her. Thank you so much for the super chat, sup people. But that's what I get from Ayana. They got another super chat from who? Hey, Pseudo said that family, talking about Shake's family, home was gorgeous. That Indian fountain at the front yard was cute. It was money. If you stay deep, so I understand why. Saying they had, like, not only is this a rich family, a wealthy family, but the mother is on your side. Girl, you are in. You are in. I got a cash app from who? Candace. Thank you, Candace, for the cash app. Candace said I'm watching the weddings now. Who, Candace? Child. Y'all gonna make me watch this literally while I'm in a U-Haul truck. I'm gonna be on my phone in a U-Haul watching Netflix. Thank you so much, Candace. And thank you, Pseudo. Shake is loaded. Loaded. Hey, KW. Thank you for the super chat. KW said, way late, but Ayana is definitely an introvert. Yeah. Being an introvert doesn't mean you can't be outgoing. It just means you need to recharge after a night of socializing. Absolutely understand. Absolutely understand with you, KW. Absolutely agree. Ayana has to go out with him at least twice. Like, you just cannot leave him to the streets. Have you met Jared? You can't leave him unattended for too long. Girl. But absolutely agree, KW. I got Carol. I got Susanna. I got them all. Anyway, I'm going to get some older comments. Then I'll get to the middle. And then we will wrap it up. Hey, Jeans Movie Chat says, I feel like I need a reminder of what love means and what falling in love means, because people on this show keep throwing these words around like confetti. Yes, I think this show, and just Bachelor and all of those shows, I think they have really taken out the seriousness of like commitment, love, and marriage. Because this is the thing, I don't like, and I just think it's how these TV shows perceive it, these reality TV shows perceive it. And listen, it is not a reality TV show's place to teach us about what love is or what marriage is. But we have to be honest that they are participating in lessening the importance of such things, right? The importance of holding on to letting a partner know that you love them, because that term comes with a lot, because then there are certain expectations or certain requirements that come with that love. Because when you're saying that, then that means we're in a deeper place, right? So I'm expecting you to treat me different or act different or to do certain things now that you've revealed this. And you're expecting the same of me, because we're not just in like anymore. Now it's love. Now it's deeper. Now it's more intimate. When you have shows like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and this show, you have people say, I'm falling in love with you. I love you. I'm totally in love with you. I can't believe I said that. Knowing good and well that they're faking, knowing good and well that this is for money and fame and Instagram followers, right? But the thing with reality TV is that you are playing yourself. Although you, as the person on the show, know that you're playing a character, although you went through casting, the gotcha is you are made to be this person. So this is who people think you are, because you're using your likeness and your name. So you are saying, this is who I am, although you're playing a character, although they're paying you $500 or $1,000 a week to play this character, you're still on the show with your name. So this is you. This is what you're showing the world you are. So people will believe this. And I think that because of shows like this, because of, at the end of this show, we're getting married, we're married at first sight, we're Love is Blind, we're Bachelor, we're Bachelorette. Marriage just is not made out to be as important and serious as it is. Marriage can make or break a lot of people. I remember my one friend, when she was going through divorce, she was just like, this is like I know my world isn't ending. It feels like my world is ending. It feels like I'm dying and I'm like watching myself die and I cannot do anything. And you don't get that on these shows. You don't get people saying this feels like a death. This is a funeral. I'm breaking up with something that I was completely invested in, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. A marriage is huge. Separation is huge. Divorce is huge. But these shows just water it down. It's like, oh, me and this guy kind of like each other. Let's get married. Let's go. Let's get into a legally binding contract. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I absolutely agree with you, Jean. Absolutely agree with you. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said, repeating from earlier, Nick's families are the Gallaghers from Shameless. Southside working class whites. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who love to scrap. I'm telling you, that mother and those sisters fight. Though, like I'm telling you, Nick didn't get bullied in school. Nick didn't get bullied in school. If somebody went to bully him, I know somebody in that school was like, you know whose little brother that is? Absolutely not. Back away. Back away. Tony says she seems miserable. It felt awkward when there was all the silence and forced convo. This is the thing. I don't think that Nick's mother is miserable. I just think that she a G. I think that, she probably spent a lot of time in prison, or in them streets. She's just real rough. She a rough mama who probably didn't intend on being a mom, right? But got pregnant, raised her kids, but it's still just like I'm still gonna be that chick that's gonna fight. I'm still gonna be that mom that's gonna put my kid on the back of my Harley Davidson bike with no helmet. Like that's what she gives me. That's what she gives me. There are rough and tough mamas out there who are actually great moms, but they're not nurturers. And I think it's the idea that women and mothers are supposed to be nurturers. Not every mother is a nurturer. Not every mother is that. Doesn't make her not a good mom, but that's a rough one. That's what you expect. And she doesn't give me nurturer at all. No, I don't mean Natalie's apartment. I love Danielle's apartment. I loved it. I hated that fraternity board couch, but the more that we got to know of her, I was like, oh, this is who she is. She's a frat boy. That's why her place looks like that, baby. With that light, like her whole wall was just a window all around the apartment. Beautiful. Her apartment looked like what is his name? Not Doug. What is his name? You guys know that Nickelodeon show where Homeboy lived in New York and he had like his room was like a lighthouse. Everybody from my generation grew up wanting to have a room like that. When I moved to New York City, I was looking for a room like that because I thought that there was rooms like that in New York City. I was looking for that. I forget his name, but that's what her apartment reminded me of. Hey, Yolande. Yolande said this is why his DVDs are in alphabetical order to make sure his family won't take it and sell it. Sis, you better run my Dawson Creek season 3. Yeah. The Gallaghers, Mo Collins, that is her name. Yes, talented individual. Katie said, side note, best Mad TV sketch. Can I have your number? What is that? The best one for me is Anything with Stewart. Anything with Stewart. Look what I can do. Oh, yeah, I know this one. Yes. Yes. Bad TV was superb. I hate that it went out like that. I don't. It just got canceled. I'm like, how is it getting canceled? Everybody is watching this and talking about that. That and In Living Color. I don't know how those got canceled. Hey, what's up, Tay9? Tay9 said, bruh, it was weird when they implied that he is weird for showering twice a day, not during a pandemic. They don't give me bathers. They give me, no shade, wash day whites. White community, we're a family over here. But it's put out there, at least on Twitter. A lot of your people are talking about how you were raised with wash days. Like, well, you don't bathe the whole week, but you have like a wash day. Tuesday is the wash day, and then you just freshen up. You whole bath it for the rest of the week. That might not be true of all of you, but your people is online telling us that that is just normal in your community. So I get that, right? But I also get that coming from being either impoverished or working class, where sometimes stuff gets turned off. Sometimes we're going to have a candle day because mama ain't paid the electric bill. And the next time she goes to pay it, she's putting it in Nick's name. Come on, let's talk. Let's talk. Nick got a lot of bills in his name as a kid. Him and them sisters. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I could be wrong, Nick's mama. I could be wrong. If I am, I deeply apologize. I want no drama with you. I'm sorry. I apologize. Forgive me. I was wrong. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke at all. Jazz A said, I was confused why she didn't talk to her parents a day or two before the meeting. It doesn't seem like she has that relationship. Does not seem like she has that relationship with her parents. I would think when we met Natalie's parents, it was very obvious, especially how she talked about her father. And then we see them interacting. She was a lot closer to her father because she said that her father raised her because her mother was the breadwinner. So mama was out, collecting checks, okay? And dad was home taking care of her. So she just has a much stronger relationship with her father. And I'm like, did your dad know that you were doing this? And he was just like, don't tell your mother, because she would shut it down. Is that what happens? Because I don't get her talking to her mom every day, but her dad, absolutely. Absolutely. So I think dad knew, because dad didn't act as shocked as her mom. Dad was like, oh, wow, engaged? Natalie. You knew, Pops. You knew. Hey, Saria Ria said a whole camera crew looking at them dead in the face. They fake it. Who are we talking about? Natalie's parents? Oh, what the hell is that? Siri, stop being in my conversation. Girl, I didn't call on you. Bye, girl. Pseudo said, I would have had to tell the director I had to accept my parents' call after 24 hours of not hearing from me. They'd be reporting me. Yeah, I could have never did that show. I would have, it would not have happened. The way my mother would have torn this nation upside down if child, the cops. When the last time you talked to her? 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes, but that's not like Nikki, girl. I remember my phone died and I was just like working on my computer and I didn't know, and she couldn't reach me. The way everybody started hitting me up on Facebook and I started getting these messages on my computer, I'm like, what? And I was like, Nikki, you okay? Where are you? And I'm like, well, what is going on? I live in Cali, so I'm thinking there must have been an earthquake. And, oh my gosh, people who do not live in like California, just know when there is an earthquake, check where the person who lives there lives first and see if they were anywhere in the vicinity, right? Before you are checking and making sure that, I don't have a problem with it, but there could be an earthquake in San Francisco and my family would be like, are you okay? I heard it was an earthquake. Is everything together? Do you need something? Did you lose your housing? Was your car crumbled in an earthquake? They're in San Francisco. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm okay, but I said all that to say, like, my mom, She don't play. She does not play. But yeah, I had to tell people, no, my phone just died. You know how embarrassing that is to tell like 22 people? No, I'm not missing. I have not been kidnapped. My phone died. My mother overreacted. Oh God. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Mr. Brown Sugar said, did we cover Ayana's adoptive parents? I love them pushing Jared. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. We didn't get there yet. That's Monday. That is Monday. Hey, BB. BB said, I agree that Natalie's mom and dad were blinded by the white. Ooh, okay. If Shane was black, oof, they would have cussed her out. Is that it? I'm hoping that's not it. But I just did not understand why they were so excited when they were well, at least her mother was so excited to meet him when she was so disappointed that she got engaged. Oh, we're so happy. We're so happy that you two are together. What? You were so disappointed that she was engaged. Weird. Weird. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch this. I'm going to have to find some time to watch this because I just don't see me avoiding spoilers. Hey, Helen. Helen said, I'm white and I wanted to believe we all love no matter what color. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I get you, Helen. We do at the Star family, though. We do at the Star family. Hey, JL. JL said, I like Natalie's parents. Thank you so much for the super chat. I like Natalie's parents, but what kind of wishy-washy judgment of character do they have? Poster boy of white media. JL, what? Poster boy of white mediocrity is not the prize. Self-hate is deep. You better go in and let have, JL. Thank you for the super chat, my love. Thank you. Did I lie? Did I lie? You know. I can't wait to watch it. Is it Cat Eyes? Cat Eyes. I can't wait to watch it. I cannot wait to watch it. We'll get into it next week. Hey, Tay9. Tay9 said, while I agree that love holds a lot of value, love does not lose its meaning the more you say it. I hate it when people complain. They say, I love you too soon or too much, as if there is a timeline or a quota. I agree. That's a very good way of looking at it. Very good way of looking at it. Thank you so much, Tay9. Hey, Jazz. Jazz A said, serious question. Do they have to say they are in love or love each other? Is it a must? Is it like not an option? I think so on The Bachelor or Bachelorette. I don't know on Love is Blind, but on The Bachelor and Bachelorette, I just feel like they are requiring them to say that if they want to make it, to hometowns or at least the end of this show. Wow. I can see that, Opal. I can absolutely see that. Maybe that's what Jared is seeing too. I can absolutely see that. Yeah, and everybody in the chat is letting you know, yep, you're spot on. You're spot on. Hey, family. So, little housekeeping. We can't talk about SNL. The Star family has, friends on the show. So we love SNL over here. We are tuning in every Saturday and supporting SNL. We don't talk about SNL over here. Shout out to the SNL family. Keep up the good work, guys. So proud of you. But I hear you guys. Oh, Tony, thank you so much. Check your DMs, Nikki. You missed a super chat. Let me. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much, Tony. YO says, thank you on the earthquake check-in. Lived in LA for 7 years, 4 years at USC. What's up? The amount of, I saw there was an earthquake wildfire. Are you okay? Yeah, it happened 400 miles away, right? And especially if you're from the East Coast, they will call you whenever they saw it, right? I'm like, why are you calling me at 6 a.m.? Even if it was an earthquake, let me sleep until my alarm goes off, okay? If it was an earthquake, I probably will let you know before you hear it on the news. Oh God, that was close to me. Some people said my sister snuck out once and my mom called her father in New York and a pastor in Haiti. We were in Boston. Period. 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 He said, my mother watches the weather, and if she sees bad weather anywhere in the state, she's calling no matter how far away. Yep. Kyra said, apparently Shaina told Nat the guy was a millionaire and she had showed him her profile. Dang, she was doing her most to get her away from Shane. Oh my God. I'm gonna get 2 more comments and then I gotta get out of here. Thank you all for joining me. We in here strong. We are in here strong. Hey, Jeans. Movie chat said, Nikki, your storytelling is unmatched. Thank you. The mythology around Nick's mom and sisters needs to be pitched as a spinoff immediately. Appalachian Thug, starring Nick's mama. I can see it. Miss Brown Sugar said, I don't know. I think we overestimate the preparation many couples have for marriage outside of these shows. People marrying walking red flags all the time. True, we just don't normally get to see the mess up front. Great way of looking at it. I do agree. I really, really do agree. It's not like this, they're not portraying real life, right? But, you know, when it's put on Front Street like that, whoo-cha. Whoo-chow. Hey, Katie. Katie, oh, you're responding to Greta. What did Greta say? Oh, it's all the way up there. I can't find it. Greta, my mom is in Louisiana and she's sending me hurricane reports in Houston on a regular. She should work for the Weather Channel. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that. Where it's just like, oh, they're close to there. I'm a state away. No, nothing that happened in Nevada is happening to me, guys. It's just not. It's just not. We're going to end with Tony. Tony said, okay, that's the season I saw a while ago. I never get to see the ending, though. My braider had me binging it while she did my hair in the summer. I got to see the last few episodes now. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about Married at First Sight Japan? Oh, Naomi, good night, my love. No spoilers about that either. I got to watch that next week. Yes, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think the people on the East Coast can't conceive the vastness of Cali. It's the equivalent of driving from Boston to Virginia. Cali is the largest state, right? It's not everything is big in Texas. Everything is big in Texas. What's the largest state in the USA? Alaska? No. Alaska? Wow. Is the land inhibited like that in Alaska? I think Cali may have the largest population. Alaska. I would have never, I thought it was going to be Cali or Texas. Alaska, show yourself, girl. You're the largest state in the United States and you quiet? What's going on? What's going on? Anyway, shout out to the NikkiStar replay gang. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share the channel to your social medias. One more live, guys, tonight. Tonight at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the last live in this studio. Love during lockup. The show was an hour, so 30 minutes after the episode ends, I'll be hopping on live and we'll be talking again. Probably just as long, because you guys know I haven't been this long for a while, but you know, I'm getting, emotional. And I don't want to leave you guys, but I gotta go. I got to go. Thank you all so much for joining me. We've been in here heavy for almost 3 hours. I totally appreciate it. Yes, timestamps are coming on my latest videos, give me a chance to just sit down and not have anything to do. I would absolutely put the timestamps in. Shout out to the people, the NikkiStar TV family who do, right? If people are asking, you do respond and give timestamps. I totally appreciate it. I love timestamps on videos. I know they're important. I just have not had the time to watch the videos back, So give your girl a minute, probably Saturday night, who knows? But I will definitely do my best to get the timestamps up. Thank you all for joining me today. I'll see you later tonight for Love During Lockup. Love you, Star fam. See you soon. Bye. Oh, God. We're coming down to the end of the wire. We're coming down.